Hello and welcome into the Around the 412 X Steelers Now NFL Draft Hangout. I am Zachary Smith of Around the 412 and of Steelers Now. Joining me, my co-host of Around the 412, Tyler Weeks, as well as our guys, one half of the Around the 412 Fantasy Football Show, Drew Hannis, right below Tyler, and then my guy, John Crab Rangoon Sargison, right below me. Done a lot. If you are familiar with Around the 412, you should be very familiar with
If you know the lore.
A lot of our YouTube
If you know
videos.
the lore.
Yeah, if you're an OG to Around the 412, you're familiar with Sarge. But what's going on, guys? We're here. Annual thing for us now. We're back.
It is one of the best days of the year. I wait for this every single year. Unfortunately, last year, I was on European soil. Now I'm back on American soil.
Yeah.
Get to hang with my boys and get to watch the Steelers mess this up.
You know what? Until you just said that, I didn't realize how much I didn't enjoy the word soil. Like that didn't. Yeah. I didn't like the sound of that coming out of your mouth.
You were storming the beaches European soil. Is that better?
Like moist soil. I really don't like the sound of that. Yeah. Sarge's face.
I guess you don't have a future in gardening.
Very active chat already. We actually had somebody that was in here 20 minutes before we went live. Bella said, "Here we go, Steelers." Archie, what up? What up? John said something big going on tonight. Maybe.
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Yeah, hey, ask the Cleveland Browns fans in about 20 minutes what's going on. Scott said a tradition like any other Around the 412 Draft live stream LFG. I think Scott was a big fan of Sarge's get up either last year or the previous year, if I recall.
It may have been this shirt.
Said, here we go. Yeah, we need an opinion on Sarge's shirt here. There's been varying opinions with that. Archie said, I would adore a trade from the Browns moving down and not getting. I can't believe this.
I agree.
Dude. How is this a conversation?
Seems like it's trending this direction. We'll see what happens there. We hadn't even started yet, and Chris said, "Shut up, John."
Me?
I don't know. Oh no! He's probably talking to John Gorman. That makes more sense. A lot of let's goes. You guys were late, and look at the screen. It's obvious I should blame Zach. I take the blame, honestly, for that. Joel is here as well. Brian is here. Sean is here.
I mean, Smitty does take the longest ball tear. So,
did I kidnap Hank Williams Jr. and raid his wardrobe?
Dude, go 2 comments down.
That shirt is hideous.
But then Scott, see, he likes it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think the real question is Sarge allowed to wear that shirt?
I think so.
Thank you.
I think so too. I think if anybody else in this stream was wearing it, it's probably a no. But because it's Sarge, yes.
I look up at the
what is happening?
And Roger Goodell's just riding a bike on stage.
That's like a thing in Green Bay. They were tweeting about it.
Okay. All right.
Whoever is gonna fall off their bike on the way up.
I need to get my. I don't know. The sound has been down. I feel like Tyler said Mid Kuiper Jr. back for the party. And I don't know if it's the cadence or the voice, but I feel like I've been off my game. I was trying to work it back in yesterday. We'll see when I break it out, if I can get it rolling again, because I don't know if I've just lost it from not doing it or what. Sergeant sure belongs in the 90s rap video.
I belong in the 90s rap video.
It looks like the Maryland flag. That's actually pretty good. That's actually relatively accurate too.
Sure,
it's gonna be a lot of fun for anybody joining. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're very excited. Like Tyler said at the beginning here, this is one of the best nights of the year, something we look forward to doing every single year. And there's gonna be a bunch of giveaways for people that are in the comments, that are active in the chat. We're going to be giving away a couple shirts from our friends at Game Changers, logo right by Tyler right now. You can also save yourself $10 on every single order over at gamechanger.la or pick6.la when you use the code AT412. But we're going to be giving away 2 shirts of theirs for sure. A DK Metcalf jersey, maybe some autographed memorabilia, friend of the show, Pat Fryermuth. And then I've been saving this. Tyler, do I let them know now or do I keep them waiting through the stream a little bit?
Let's get maybe a couple picks in, or maybe at least get to the first pick, and then we can unveil that.
Okay.
Didn't you already unveil it on the other show?
Oh, yes. Afternoon Drive I did. Afternoon Drive I did at the very end. Because it was out for an hour before we jumped on here. So I was like, yeah, I'll say it on here.
I like this guy's name, Yinzer.
Also, wanted to show everybody this.
Yeah, go ahead.
My niece Daisy, who has no association with Pittsburgh or the Steelers, but because I'm her favorite uncle, she loves the Steelers now. During her research time in the school library at school, she made this list, and it is superstars of the Pittsburgh Steelers: Joe Green, Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Jack Lambert, Jerome Bettis, Heinz Ward, Troy Polamalu, Ben Roethlisberger.
Love it.
She is 8 years old, and she used her library time to look up Pittsburgh Steelers. If I don't, I don't agree with you. I think that I have influenced this child to become a Steelers fan, which is interesting enough because her dad is a Packers fan, so he's probably going to be keying in on this draft with it being in Lambeau. But yeah, I just thought this was neat. I needed to show everybody on the stream. This is my niece Daisy's work in her research. Freaking awesome! It's going on the fridge for sure.
I love how she had to squeeze Roethlisberger in there.
Well,
How long
yeah.
it was.
I have a question for you guys in regards to, because I made all you guys do mock drafts. Well, mainly Sarge is probably the one that wouldn't have unless he was on here. But did you guys feel like this year, especially compared to like years past, it was just like so much hard? Like Sarge, I think is a different.
I think as soon as you got to, really, you could argue it started getting hard at number 4, but really once it got to pick 5, it got really hard. Anything 5 on was tough to pinpoint because I feel like I thought only the top 3 were fairly chalk as far as like where they're going, but definitely the top 3 prospects were chalk, just depending on which order they were. 4, I was leaning like maybe the Patriots could go a different way than Will Campbell, but over the last couple of days, that's seemingly more chalk than it has been. But really, as soon as you get to the Jags at 5, I mean, you have no idea what they're doing. We've seen Mason Graham, Ashton Genty.
It sounds like let's stay at 5.
Yeah, and
and actually, Diana Rossini just tweeted that the Broncos are pushing hard to get into the top 10.
Yeah,
So,
I thought
maybe fireworks right off the top.
No, I wouldn't think for Genty. I think it'd be for a tight end.
That'd be so cool, though. He goes to school in Boise. Oh, no, that's not.
I think that they want Genty, but he's going to be long gone by the time they would have even shot to move up.
I don't. As long as the Raiders stay where they're at, I don't think he's getting past 6.
But Todd McShay said that he's not going there.
Yeah, but
dude, I can't believe you should tell Raiders fans that Todd McShay said it.
He said like there's a lot of smoke.
No, but
doesn't see it happen.
Here's the thing that we got to keep in mind here, and I've learned this and try to keep this in the back of my mind every single year. A wise man once told me that pretty much anything that you hear 48 hours out or closer to the draft is going to be BS. Everything you knew prior to, fairly accurate, but like within those last 2 days, going to be a bunch of BS narratives being pushed.
But they just
like, think about that. What they have to get, huh?
Don't they still have Josh? No, they don't. No, I'm an idiot. Never mind,
brother.
The team hosting the draft tonight does.
Yeah. Why are
That's
they
the whole thing?
To continue on with your question though, because I never answered. I mean, we've talked about this offline a ton. The research spreadsheet that I do tracking all of these guys' visits wasn't really helpful this year. Seemed like a lot of teams were meeting with like
some teams had like 4 to 6 players on there.
Yeah. And for me, like when I was evaluating some of these guys I thought would be first rounders and matching them up with who they were meeting with, their picks didn't really line up to me. So I was just like, it seems too early for a guy like this to go here. So it's like,
yeah, maybe teams hiding their first round picks and using their pre-draft visits on like day 2 and 3 guys.
Yeah. Like I
don't know.
The funny thing though is Isaiah Bond was all over the place. That dude traveling everywhere, meeting with so many different teams, and he's probably not even going to get drafted now at this point. The way he handled the
Aren't you saying the Giants were trying to get to 1, offered back-to-back firsts?
Damn,
move up.
I mean, maybe all the top 30 visits with the mid-round players, later-round players. Maybe that just has to do with like the lower ceiling of this draft class as a whole. I mean, I think Derek said he has 14 first-round grades in this draft class, so people are going to be looking for the talent in the middle of the class, trying to find the diamonds in the rough instead of wasting it on the top. Because I feel like for the most part, you know what the top guys are. I mean, and I was surprised too, looking at the Steelers' top 30 visits. I'm wondering, like, when are they going to bring in guys like a Kenneth Grant or a Walter Nolan? The only defensive tackle of those 3 that have been heavily talked about was was Harmon that got brought in. And the only other guy that realistically is a first-round option outside of Shador, which was added late, was like Emin, which I don't necessarily think the Steelers are a realistic option for him. Honestly, I don't even know who is a realistic option for him.
Matthew Golden checked all the boxes for the Steelers.
Matthew Golden did check all the boxes, but at this point, I would be very surprised if it's a receiver now. And so,
yeah,
I tweeted like an hour ago. I'm starting to think that Ibuka's still in play because I think George is going to get moved. So I think receiver, and they're guys that they've liked for a while that I don't even know if they feel like they need to have met with a guy like Emeka Ibuka. So,
dude, it's so unique to the position, like from a character perspective. Like he's just an anomaly, like the most selfless receiver that I've ever evaluated. Like you can see it on the football field too, with like his run blocking and stuff like that. But also just he's never been like the guy in that Ohio State wide receiver room, which is hard to be when you played with Marvin Harrison Jr. and then Jeremiah Smith. But like, and always okay with it.
Yeah, in the NIL era, to be the number 2 receiver at Ohio State the entire time and not feel the need to leave, because I guarantee that some team would have thrown a bag at him, but he stayed at Ohio State, stayed the course, and was still 1,000-yard receiver as that number 2 guy. I mean, yeah, that speaks to the character that he is. I respect that a lot. I'm sure NFL GMs respect that a lot. I said the other day, like, I have a daughter now, so I can literally say this. Like, I'd be fine with a guy like him marrying my daughter. But I just really, like, if he's the receiver that they pick, I would be so thrilled about it. I'd like Golden too, but there's just something about Ibuka that, to me, has been speaking to me the entire process.
We say this every year. Do we really need a countdown here?
I don't get it.
Why did I
don't know.
Look up in the first thing I see is NFL comparison Patrick Mahomes?
They've had 2 months to decide this pick. And everybody
what is everybody's clocks at?
Somebody asked him his favorite receivers in the league, and he said all of the Titans receivers.
What is everybody's clocks at?
4:54.
Are you watching on ESPN?
I'm at 5:30.
Yes. It cut out on you.
Well,
you're like 50 seconds behind.
So, well, are you watching on an actual TV?
I'm watching on YouTube TV.
I'm watching through a stream thing that's plugged into my TV.
Interesting.
I don't have cable. Or like my hoop.
I'm on the ESPN website.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Wait, Shador wears number 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen with him and Mason?
Well,
he has to get picked.
He's becoming a Steeler.
Maybe, but I mean, they announced Mason's number yesterday.
Yeah.
He could buy it off of him.
Be the same thing for Jackson Dart.
He also wears 2?
Mm-hmm. All right, the pick is in for me.
Is it, you think it's Ashton Genty?
I see the pick as well. I saw this on Twitter the other day. I thought the green room would be greener too.
My TV froze at 6:44. This is crap.
You want me to give you play-by-play?
So I don't understand why we had to get sick.
As long as I get back by 2.
The play-by-play would have been sick during Goodell riding the bike around.
It's not even a guy whose name you have to make sure you get the spelling right. Cam Moore.
Is it Lil Sasquatch?
Steel cage match. That would be awesome.
Smitty, or not Smitty, Sarge, what you were talking about. Someone asked him on stream, who are the best running backs in the NFL? And he said Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears.
Yeah. Like,
there it is.
No way.
Browns just traded 2.
Yeah. Jaguars are coming in. I thought we weren't spoiling, so I was just sitting here biting my lip the whole time.
I don't have to scream.
I mean,
brother.
We can't get the chat, so the chat's going to spoil. It's fine.
Browns are trading the number 2 pick, a 4th-round pick, and a 6th-round pick for 5, a 2nd-round pick, a 4th-round pick, in next year's first.
Is it Hunter, you think?
That's a good trade for them, but
it's got to be. That's crazy. How do you?
What the heck?
If you're Cleveland,
chat, let's hear it. Chat.
If you're
Cleveland Browns,
how do you fumble?
I mean, they got a lot back. I'll give them that.
I get
that 3 spots.
this is literally the Family Guy scene. Like, hey, instead of Travis Hunter, we could have this box. Maybe we get Travis Hunter.
But that's what I mean. Like moving 3 back, who are you gonna get that's close to Travis Hunter?
They're gonna draft Armand Membu.
That's a fun name.
Okay. Now that we got the good vibes going with the Browns not going to land Travis Hunter, big surprise that I've been talking about: 2 Steelers tickets to your game of choice next year, and thanks to some strings hopefully being pulled behind the scenes, thanks to friend of the show Pat Fryermuth, you'll be going on the field after the game as well.
Wow. All right,
Pat. Does Pat know about it?
I hope.
I got it.
However, you're only eligible to win it if you're going to pick the cheapest game, and no, I'm just kidding. No way, Dan. Are you serious?
Well, it's funny. It literally happened, and we didn't even address it.
Cam Ward. Cam Ward went to the Tennessee Titans.
Cam Ward's a Titan.
So I mean, because like the trade thing came in for me at the same time. So like,
well, there we go. That was the only chalk pick. Everything else is a wild card now.
Well, there goes my mock draft.
Do I text? No, I can't. I'm not going to text Dennis. I'll let him have.
This, I believe, yes. I believe the Ireland game would be a home game. Right? Season ticket holder.
Say again?
The Ireland game counts as our home game.
Absolutely not. No.
Come on, dude. Do you like your teams or not?
I think it would.
I'm saying it doesn't. It counts as a home game, not the one that you can pick to go to. It counts as a home game for the Steelers, but they ain't picking that one. Let me add that little asterisk. That's a caveat to this giveaway. You ain't going to Ireland.
What if they pay for their own flights and stuff? What if they pay for their own flights and stuff?
I'm not negotiating here. You're coming to Pittsburgh for a game. Because I don't know how that would work with the post-game access, too. Like, I don't know how that works.
Pat will just be there with a Guinness.
They flow differently over there, I hear.
Yeah, it'd be funny if next year was the year the Jags were
really good.
So that first
I'm not going to lie.
Wasn't valuable.
There was a part of me that's been a little bit bummed out about the Browns getting Travis Hunter. I understand, next season they're going to have they got a lot of ammo to do something, but them not having Travis Hunter feels really good.
Yeah.
We get to enjoy it until next year when they try to draft a quarterback. They'll just miss, though, so it's all right.
Hey, Joe Durkin.
That's what I mean. I think that the trade-off of them having the extra draft capital is
why is Sarge terrified of what's coming to Cleveland specifically?
Because odds are they're not going to replace those picks with anybody that would be like Hunter. That's what I would guess.
Getting ready to build around Kenny.
I can't believe Joe Durkin's in here.
We can't replace Travis Hunter, but we can recreate him in the aggregate.
This is a good move for the Jags, though.
I'm rooting for the Jags this year hard.
Wait, what's the scenario where Hunter would still fall to the Browns?
People forgot he wasn't drafted.
Isn't that obviously who the Jaguars were coming up for?
I mean, I feel like the only scenario that I see would be they traded up to take Genty for some reason. That's the only player that I
oh my God.
Like if they took Genty and then the other pick stayed status quo with Carter and Campbell.
My favorite thing about this, honestly, is the fact that Andrew Berry just like last week said that Travis Hunter was Shohei Ohtani. So instead of drafting that player, he traded the opportunity to draft him.
They're probably out on Shador now too, because wasn't the whole thing about pairing those two? Armand Membu and Tyler Shuck.
Say that name again.
Tyler Shuck?
No, the other one.
Armand Membu.
Armand Membu.
You just like that name? Joel trying to get some clickbait in here.
Sequel to Draft Day.
I like how Travis Hunter is sponsored by Lowe's.
Oh, the Browns could be in on Genty.
That'd be funny.
The Raiders would be sobbing.
I still don't think that he's going there. I think the Raiders were after Membu. Now they're not going to get him. And then they'll probably take Genty instead.
The other part of this, right? Like, you got to feel like, because I know there was people that was thinking Stefanski and Andrew Barry might be on the ropes a little bit, depending on how season goes. You got to feel like that's not the case now, right? I mean, I feel like they would have had to have gotten assurance.
Probably. You're going to risk your job on not drafting Travis Hunter?
Right. Yeah.
They could be going quarterback, like you said. And that's what extends their leash. But I feel like moving back to get the first was for next year. But
Arch Manning.
I am 100% certain that if they passed on Travis Hunter to trade back and then took Shador, Pittsburgh, like the audible laugh would be hearable from Cleveland.
Also, by the way, all of our mock drafts.
I'm pretty sure that's already cooked.
Yeah, but I still have number 2.
Yeah, I still have Hunter too, but
yeah, we got the player's spot right, but I'm had the Jaguars actually trading back.
Almost nobody had the Browns trading it because it was only talked about the last 3 hours.
The Browns got a haul though.
I had the Jags sliding down to 10 and taking Tet.
Joe, I agree. All right, get to it, Raj.
Browns fans think that they traded back to draft Mason Graham. That is a haul, though.
That was a great Duval.
They should have Liam Cohn come and do that.
Duval.
Tonight, I want to encourage each player involved in the NFL journey to identify a passion close to their heart and act upon it. Use your platform to make your community, the league, and this world a better place. As we remember, Walter Payton strive to leave a positive legacy.
Imagine they announce Mason Graham or Arik Armstead is announcing somebody to take his job.
We have a trade.
Do we now?
The Cleveland Browns have traded the second pick.
Schrader said Cleveland's trying to trade down again. Potentially.
And with the second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter.
Shefty just said that the Jaguars are fully intending on playing him on both sides of the ball without limitation.
Wow.
That's because he's better than Shohei.
How did they announce him?
Smart thing to do.
How did they announce
him? I don't have the.
They said both, Drew.
DB/wide receiver on my screen. The graphic, at least.
What a great suit.
That feeling when you don't go to Cleveland.
Polar opposite weathers, too.
Yeah, this is a huge W for him.
I wonder if he had any idea that this could be a possibility.
He probably did about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I wonder if this whole time he just assumed he was going to Cleveland.
Probs.
Probably.
Don't worry. Arch ain't coming out next year.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Arch ain't coming out next year. He's going to stay in school, get that NIL, and not go to Cleveland.
Joel just made me think about something. The humidity there, is it going to be tougher for him to play both sides like that?
Yeah, that's
Joel knows ball.
That's a good point.
Let's relax. I think he's a Chicago Cubs fan. So,
Boo. Why are they showing Jackson State highlights?
Because he went there.
That's where he
I
started.
understand that. Like, I'm not. I know he went there, but I don't know.
why are they
like,
showing Travis Hunter highlights?
who do the Giants go with?
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
I don't understand the ideology of them getting a quarterback in the first round because, like, they signed Russ and Jameis.
Because
I
neither
mean,
of them are the
you
future.
just explained why they should get a quarterback.
Yeah, nothing
Why?
changed about that.
I just thought, like, if I were Jameis, I really wouldn't want to, like, sign somewhere if there was a possibility I was going to be the emergency quarterback.
Well, that's Jameis.
I mean, I think that should just go to show you, like, there wasn't interest in him around the league.
I wanted the Steelers to get him.
Tyler said Shador Sanders.
At least Jameis would be fun.
Shador Sanders.
It's
That's the other thing about
shocking they got a first.
Huh?
To move back 3 spots and they got a first.
Oh, the pick is in.
pick is in.
This one's easy.
Yeah, it's definitely a haul.
Bless you.
Schefter said that Hunter's going to start as a receiver. Big if true.
Oh, I didn't
mean,
realize
if
Schefter was on the
anything-
coaching staff.
If anything, doesn't this just send like a message to Trevor Lawrence? Like, figure it out, bud.
Hunter said he never talked to the Jags.
We just gave you the best receiver.
Thanks, Ross.
I think that he misunderstood what I said. He's starting a receiver, but he's going to play both.
Mm-hmm. What's that? What are you drinking?
Cherry Coke Zero.
Oh yeah, they're sponsoring the stream. Not Coke, just
I thought
Cherry Coke
Prime
Zero.
was.
Drink
Prime.
it. It's delicious.
Hashtag
Yeah,
ad, no
no.
ad. Prime.
Ross thinks Sarge's wearing a jacket right now.
Wait till you see the back.
Oh, it's a T-shirt.
I also got this shirt on underneath.
Chad said, "Does this kill the Parker Washington hype train?" What was there a Parker Washington hype
What?
train?
I didn't know there was one. A 6th-round pick from 2 years ago.
I mean, I thought he was just kind of like their punt returner.
He had a couple good weeks in fantasy that made people
Okay.
but it was due to injuries.
You know,
I
I
mean-
dipped from doing the fantasy podcast, and I don't know Jack.
Really, in back-to-back years, you draft Brian Thomas Jr. and then Travis Hunter. If anything, that's just basically saying, Trevor, you better figure this crap out. Otherwise, you're out of
spoiled.
here.
You know, that expression ample opportunity is not used enough.
I'm behind you guys again because I heard the ding.
That one.
Abdul Carter.
This guy's good, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah, he's the best edge rusher in this class.
He would have been if I was a GM for the Titans, he would have been my pick.
That defensive line's crazy. They got him, Sexy Dex, and Thibodeau.
They're going to trade Thibodeau. though.
Brian Burns.
Why? Oh, I am Brian Burns.
He's a
Because
free
of
agent.
that.
after this year.
Because they have Brian Burns and Gardner now.
feel like Jody just hates this shirt.
Any chance to get a ribbon?
All right, do you like that or the Crab Rangoon shirt better?
What does Abdul Carter's necklace say? Does it say Rebel?
Probably
There's too many diamonds.
That's what I can't see.
Rebel for Ole Miss, future teammate Jackson Dart.
There you go.
No, I don't know. I just thought it said Abdul, but
that's probably what it does say.
no,
I just
I don't know. Poor job the way that it was done, because if we're sitting here having to really look at it to figure it out.
That fan brought a nameplate of Carter with him.
I mean,
what a move.
He's a big guy. Big fan. I must say, this is probably the fastest 3 picks that we've had in the past several years. Like it's only 8:30 Eastern. We're already 3 picks in. Normally, I feel like we're still on the clock for the second pick.
That is such a specific comparison.
What's your clock at?
I don't have one.
What do you mean you don't have one? You're watching the draft.
We're just showing highlights. There's no clock right now.
Look on the bottom left corner.
Yeah, I'm looking.
What clock do you have?
This is
I have 5 minutes.
This is a very niche
The
thing.
pick
to
just
say.
went in for me, and it was at 4:55. So am I ahead of you then?
I'm on pick 21.
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead of me. Let me hit refresh. ESPN website is washed.
See, mine, Abdul Carter's being interviewed right now.
4 pick is in for me.
We're on the same website.
Will Campbell, right?
I thought we weren't
Maybe.
spoiling.
I'm not spoiling. I'm just guessing. I'm giving my
Jensen's still in
analysis.
play here too. I don't think that's who they'll pick, but there was buzz for
Who
Jensen.
is?
Too.
Oh,
Is there a chance that they would go Membu over Campbell?
sure. Because there's some teams that don't think Campbell's going to stick at tackle.
If you have a problem with 33-inch arms,
Small arms.
Not as small as Kenny Pickett's hands.
Did you guys see that they're showing, it says Shador Sanders in a room, but he's not in it.
he's holding the camera.
It's John Cena.
Hey, he's sick of those jokes, remember?
Yeah, well.
I can't believe the crowd was chanting, "We are sorry."
He's got them in the palm of their hand. Wait, the Patriots visited Campbell this morning?
Yeah, a last-minute one.
I mean,
They just measured his arm and then went to lunch and then let him go.
Every quarter inch counts.
I wonder when people take athletes out to dinner if what they order matters to them.
Perhaps a salad. Perhaps not. Yeah, like if you're having a lineman, if they're eating like a net pound, like less than 3 pounds of food, do you really want them?
no.
Yeah, like if I'm interviewing an offensive lineman and he doesn't order a steak.
Oh, wow. I just got a DM from an account that's definitely very real. Karen S012347. Her bio says, working on my gains, finding the best eats. Life's all about balance, looking for new friends. She said,
All right, Smitty.
She said, wow, you have such a great look. Is that a recent photo?
She's in the chat right now.
Yo, what's good? Ask her how real she is.
Hey, so you're definitely real, huh?
Are you on a commercial right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, did they not announce the pick? You know,
No.
the pick was in.
When the pick was in.
Oh well, I already got it at the bottom. So
I didn't even see it. Well, there it is.
All right, it's Will Campbell. Cool. I think
How do you guys see this stuff? I'm on a commercial right now.
it's on the bot. It's on the ticker, Sarge. Our ticker.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
No, I'm on this.
I'm talking.
I honestly,
on the ticker.
I think Sarge.
I did.
I think Sarge is probably the furthest ahead as far as stream goes.
Really?
I shouldn't be. I'm
It's
using
either you or Sarge. It's one of you two. It's not Drew and I.
We just hit 1K viewers on the stream. Appreciate you guys for being here, whether you're on Twitter, you're on the 412 YouTube, or the Steelers Now YouTube. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hit it on both channels for me. We'll definitely be giving some stuff away here in the very near future. Some T-shirts, DK Metcalf jersey, and some Steelers tickets.
Rigged.
The last time we did a giveaway, I won Penguins tickets.
See, rigged.
Yeah, you're not helping my case.
Well, there, I watched them blow a 2-0 lead.
The guy that's in the stream. Yeah, I won Penguins tickets.
Hey, it's not rigged. I'm like his best friend, and I won Penguins tickets.
I picked out his pain. It was nothing. Wait, Cam Ward got drafted?
Don't have to face Hunter twice a year.
Joel, I don't know if you were here when this was already talked about.
That he is
ain't going to Ireland.
You got to pay for your own flight, though.
I know we're all way behind live TV. That's what happens when you stream. Nothing we can really do about it.
Like he has no idea where he is. How funny it would be if the Browns did Jesse then.
I got to mute our Steelers Now group chat, I guess. Alan's sending pics in there.
What kind of picks?
So I just saw Cleveland as well. Cleveland stuck at their pick, by the way. They made a pick this time.
They're going to take Genty.
This guy looks way too cool.
They didn't. I'll say that much.
That'd be funny. It's probably Membu.
And that suit is clean.
Yeah, I'm looking at Will Campbell as he's walking. He's going to guard.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't.
He's going to be a guard. The way he's acted, he doesn't have tackle swag.
I don't think he. I think he looks too cool to be an offensive tackle. Maybe just because he looks slim.
All right, so Campbell for sure locked in with the Pats. Cleveland on the clock now. Like I said, I got this muted now, so I won't see another one. But I've seen this pick. I don't know how long into their clock they waited.
It's
How does he know?
for me. They're taking Mason Graham, aren't they?
How does Allen know?
Twitter accounts put it out there like well before.
Block him.
Jordan Schultz is one of them.
He's just DMing you directly, though.
No, he'll probably do the Steelers one.
So I have a question for you guys. If given the opportunity, do you think that you could name, like if you went 1 to 99, like if you'd be able to go in a row and name one athlete with that number without ever messing up?
No.
I used to drive to Pittsburgh and name Steeler jerseys for every exit number, so I feel like I could probably do it.
I feel like there's gonna. The reason I said no is because I feel like there is some weird numbers that it's gonna have a tough time to like pull a name from.
Yeah, I watched somebody try to do it and they got stuck in the 70s. But like for
any lead, any
lead.
See, 70s I don't think would be as hard.
They said in 60s were hard for them too. 50s I could do.
If anything, I think 40s and 60s are probably pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. What did Evan say? Sarge, congrats on being drafted by the Patriots. Do I look like him?
Somebody that looks
Tyler,
like Sarge.
stop saying Shador. I love
so
this.
now it says the pick is in on the
Campbell
broadcast.
walks like he's happy the Browns
Mason
didn't
Graham,
draft him.
isn't it? Right?
Yes.
I didn't see it. It just makes sense now that I think about it.
Michael J. Fox
Ross
got stuck in the
Ventrone.
60s and 70s once.
Who's number 40 is hard.
For any
For any sport. I don't know.
Shout out Pat Tillman.
41 Peyton Wilson.
Kareth White, 2019 Steeler.
42 is pretty hard.
40. You're an idiot. I honestly usually try to think of an obscure Steeler because that's what Alan and I do at the end of every episode.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. Like whatever subscriber number we're on, we say like a Steeler with that number, like in history. I'll be honest, I don't know how long we'll be able to do the cowboy hat tonight. It's already.
Is that a Stetson?
No.
I have.
Aren't those like very expensive?
I think I have an obscure one for 40. Well, maybe not that obscure. He was on the Penguins, but I can't remember if he wore 40 or 42. Did Oscar Sundqvist wear 40?
Yeah.
Yep, he did. I met him.
Who's that?
He did.
Sunkissed?
Sundqvist.
Sunkissed.
Stanley Cup champion.
Who's that Fanta Orange?
Twice, actually. Dude, he won with the Blues, right?
Oh, dude, I could go for an orange high C right now.
He might have won with the
I'm gonna
Blues.
get something.
I think
he's technically a Stanley Cup champion with the Penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his
probably
right?
more legitimate with the Blues.
Hey, no, he did some stuff in the run.
Did he?
Yeah, he played in the playoffs, I thought.
It had to have just been the first one. Or was he part of the second one?
It was the second one, I thought.
This is the second one? Let me see.
I'm trying to think which one I watched at Slippery Rock a lot.
That's Slippery Rock. What are you doing? Hang out with Nick?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Carolina Fielding calls at 8.
Wait, so who they draft? Mason Graham.
Yeah.
If Genty gets by Las Vegas, this is when it's going to get really weird.
Why?
There's definitely teams in the teens that would want to go up and get him. I think the Cowboys.
I can't wait for Vegas to take Genty and me to quote McShay and tell him to shove it.
James Pierre is a good one for 42, but
Ian James Ayer.
Trying to
bear down.
I mean, 43, they're obvious.
Yeah, bear down.
44, Derek Watt. 45.
It's funny that the Browns took the player that everybody was saying was going to slide now, too.
Dude, my mock is screwed.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, Graham and Garrett twice a year. I mean, we knew they were a good player.
Number 43 is obvious, Sarge. Who did you have in mind?
Troy Polamalu.
You weren't thinking of Ryan Barucki, Pirates legend?
No.
The Raiders pick so fast.
Yeah.
It probably is Genty. That press conference, though, like, they really would broadcast it like that?
Where did you have him on your board, Smitty?
Huh?
Genty on a big board.
Oh, third overall.
Third overall. Mm-hmm. Was it Hunter, Abdul, and then him?
Mm-hmm.
To the Giants?
No. Overall, like overall big board. Overall player.
Where was Schrager mocked Graham at like 13, right?
Yeah, everybody was saying he was going to slide. So it's so
I had
trade off a Hunter and then draft the guy that no one thought was going to go in the top 10 over the past couple weeks.
Where did I have him? I think I had him at 8.
It's funny that before the slide talks, everybody said he was going to go 5th, and he ended up going 5th.
Yeah. True. Because I remember when we were driving.
Does she think that the Browns fans aren't going to like him?
I can't wait for Zach Frazier to just bully him. You know?
I love that man.
For as much they got back, I still would have preferred to take Hunter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a great haul. If you take Hunter out of the equation and just look at the spots, it is a great trade haul. But I don't think you're going to take anybody, even collectively, with the talent of Hunter with those picks.
Mike said Grant is better than Graham. I believe the Steelers board reflects that take. Who's the dump truck?
Derek Watt.
Najee Davenport.
What is your deal? He's coming in here and just meowing. What?
Mason Graham's mom still rocks a perm.
Is she a smoke or no?
A smoke. You think Atlanta goes quarterback this year?
Yeah, you gotta get ahead of that Penix contract.
Schefter said that he wouldn't release anything early, and then I get the text notification from him. So time to turn noties off. Bozo.
Dude, Tom McShay's an idiot.
You were so adamant that he was right.
I believed him.
No, but here, Sarge, this is good though. Keep this in your mind.
This
next
is a learning
year.
experience.
I want to tap the side of my head.
My shirt.
They literally broadcasted that for the whole world to see.
Cody's just been cooking.
I know. When is our rookie draft?
Not till May, probably. Or like the end of May.
It's like the second. I usually have one going at a time. That's usually my second one. So it's probably like not this Monday,
Yeah,
but
it's funny that the Raiders basically said, "Hey, we want Ashton Genty," and then just we're still able to get him.
They put the card in right away too.
Who did you guys have the Raiders taking in your mock?
Someone else.
Armand Membu.
Yeah, same. I also had somebody else.
I'll be right back.
Kelvin Banks.
That's who I had.
I have him at 9.
Well, you can still be right.
Yep. Jets are in now too.
Oh boy. This is where I had Membu.
This is where I had Tyler Warren.
I don't think Warren's going to go now that Membu's here, though. I think the Jets will take Membu. They'll move all.
You also had Warren, you said, right?
Yeah, I have Warren here.
Yeah,
I had
Sarge
Membu.
has Membu. Sarge, dude, I'm telling you, Sarge.
I had Membu going 10.
I texted Sarge the link to the mock draft simulator and said, "Hey, put one of these together for tomorrow." He sent me his back in 10 minutes, and I was like, "It actually looks pretty solid."
He just picked the top player. He just auto picked the whole thing.
So I'm not picking the winner yet, but can start collecting entries for the very first giveaway that we're going to do. In honor of Sarge, we're going to use the word Rangoon. So in the comments, hashtag Rangoon, and you'll be entered to win a giveaway.
Over under how many times it gets misspelled.
I was about to say, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I mean, it's on the screen.
Right.
It's on the screen, so here, I'll also type it.
He's rigging it so he can win the giveaway. Just kidding. Hashtag Rangoon.
It needs to have the hashtag, by the way. It will not add it to the system if it doesn't have the hashtag. I learned that last year.
See, it was rigged. A bunch of entries didn't get entered.
What's Chad going to do if he wins Steelers tickets?
Give them to us.
Not rigged, by the way.
Me and Joe will get them.
I had Ashton Genty on my college football fantasy team 2 years ago when he was a freshman. And I did not know that he was going to become this.
I've never done college fantasy.
So I did it with a group of BYU guys, and the only pool of players that we could draft from were players that were either on BYU's schedule that year or Big 12 players.
Wait, why is everybody typing Rangoon?
Oh, that's the first giveaway.
The giveaway is hashtag Rangoon.
Goon.
So if you want to get entered, hashtag Rangoon in the chat.
So I was playing college football 25, and I was managing Boise State. I won a Heisman with Ashton Genty, and he had better numbers in real life than I did. He's a nut. They have another running back. I think like Gainwell. No, not Gainwell.
Any Gainwell.
No, they have two other running backs that I used.
Did you see this? Giants picked up Thibodeau's 5th-year option.
He's gonna get moved still. Shout out to Chris Olave though, getting his 5th-year option. That means his concussions should be getting better.
Genty should have got Offensive Player of the Year. What award is that
in
in
NFL?
college football? Do they have an Offensive Player of the Year in college football?
I thought it was just individual.
I'm guessing he just means, I don't know, do they? I just thought he was saying he should have won the Heisman. I don't know.
Do you guys watch The Last of Us?
No.
Dude, shut up.
What the? No.
Spoiler alert, dude.
It was
We went
crazy.
to commercial again before the Jets pick.
Who is their quarterback?
The Jets?
Yeah.
Brother.
Oh, nobody say anything. Sorry, just think through this.
Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
That was a joke.
Yeah, that was a prank.
Boston, I'm happy you like the outfits. I saw your tweet. I know you love my hat a lot.
Dude, stop crying.
I went with all black.
Bro.
I wore a
Thing
suit
is,
the last
because
2 years. I wasn't doing it again.
I went with all black because it's a funeral for the Cleveland Browns.
There you go.
Wow.
I like that. The thing is, this is the only suit that I have readily available right now. There's one that I like packed away, and I don't know what color hat to match it with. So this is like the closest thing. Blue.
I like how you have shorts on.
I do
actually
have
also
shorts on.
shorts
Yeah,
on.
I'm pulling a what's his name? Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful. He posts all the time that he's like wearing a top with some shorts on. Although he'll post it in his underwear.
Bless you.
Alan says that like people when they're on like Channel 11 and stuff, like they're just dressed up top. Like he'll wear like shorts and slides.
That's awesome.
I think that's universal, though. I think everybody does that. That's on TV like that.
Except for this one guy I watched on TikTok, because he was in like Michigan, and he was a morning news anchor, and he did his prep routine leading into every show in the morning.
See the dancing one?
No, he's in New York.
Mm. Sorry,
Is that your TV? Is that your TV, or do you have that? Are you playing the sound? See, I haven't heard that yet. That's why I'm trying to gauge.
Armand Membu. Oh, that's my guy.
Wait,
Yeah. You had him picked, Sarge, for them.
Nice. I know ball. It's like
He's
how I
the
won
only one, Sarge.
I won the WrestleMania poll, and I've watched it for a year.
So was WrestleMania pretty underwhelming?
Night one was awesome.
I had a feeling this was going to happen when he slid past the Raiders.
So Sarge right now has
Olu and left tackle.
Sarge and I have 3 correct player team fits, 4 correct player correct spot fits.
I think I only got one right now. It's just Cam Ward. Oh, I got Abdul Carter, of course. Oh, Will Campbell.
Yeah, so there's another.
Damn, Carolina's pick's already in.
Oh wait, no, I have the top. Never mind. Sarge had Mason Graham at 4. I had Will Campbell, so I have 5 of the 7. 4 correct player team fits, 5 correct player spot fits.
Wait, did you have Membu there?
Pretty sure I only have 3 correct player team fits and player spot fits.
I have Membu there, and I have Jalen Walker here.
Up. Wait, didn't you have the Bears with Genty?
I did.
Me?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, that's not one of the ones I had.
Oh, okay.
Or I have no, I guess I technically have four player spot fits, and
I missed on
Genty.
Genty. Well, it's kind of the same thing because I had Genty in a trade up with the Bears and the Jags sliding back for Tet, and I had Kelvin Banks to the Raiders. So it was all kind of one mistake making 3 mistakes.
They fooled the crap out of me with the Ted McMillan to the Jags thing. I actually really thought that made sense.
Panthers pick is in. Who do we think it is?
I thought it was going to be Jalen Walker, but I thought Mason Graham would slide to
Whoa.
pass on him.
What?
I don't see the pick. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Wait, I don't see it either.
Go ahead.
Tet
Why
McMillan.
Is it?
Because no, I'm not looking. It says the pick is in right now. It shows on my screen who it is. I'm like at least a minute, I think, ahead of you, Tyler.
They took Ted McMillan?
Yeah.
That makes sense too.
How am I watching on Hulu Live and you're ahead of me?
I don't know.
So the Bears are going to take Tyler Warren then because they were like really in on him and Genty.
Oh, they took it off. Was that an accident? Did that not actually happen? It went to commercial and they took it off. They took it off.
What are you watching?
I'm on NFL Network.
Oh, I'm on ESPN. That's why you might be way ahead.
What commercial do you see right now?
Shoot, so he might not be the pick.
That'd be funny.
Do they go quarterback?
No.
Oh no, I just checked to make sure.
Is it Tet?
Yeah.
Is it Tet? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. Did we think? Oh no, yeah, that was a possibility. Get out of here,
You mean the next
Boston?
Josh Allen?
Boston, I need you to do a couple things for me. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and get the hell out.
Are the Broncos still trying to get up?
I mean, this would have been the spot, right?
Because they're probably trying to get over the Bears, right?
They said they wanted to get into the top 10, unless the Saints are going to slide back, but I didn't really hear much talk about them. I thought it was Carolina was the trade back spot. Alex, I see all of them come right here, I believe, regardless of which one you're in.
If you're the Broncos, do you want Warren or do you want Colston?
I mean, I have Loveland, the higher rated player by literally one spot, but I don't know if there's a difference, like schematically, which one I would prefer.
Because I'm thinking, like, if you don't have a preference, then you probably don't have to get in the top 10. You just have to get in front of the Colts and hope they don't get in front of you.
Do you think Myles Garrett stayed because the Browns told him that they would draft Mason Graham and then they were never taking Hunter?
I think he stayed because he got paid a lot of money.
I thought that too, but they're saying that Myles Garrett,
he's gonna end up he got that bad, and he's gonna end up complaining like another year about still not winning, and then be right back here.
too many commercials.
Yeah, because it was moving too fast. They were like, whoa. Let's slow it down, guys.
That's what I'm saying. We're like a third or a quarter of the way in, almost.
NFL Network saying Myles Garrett handpicked Mason Graham.
That's what I mean. Like, what if that was part of it? Like at the time of signing, they're like, he wants Mason Graham, and then they would have picked him at 2 over Hunter, and that would have been even more hilarious.
If you left your decision up to Myles Garrett to take Travis Hunter or not take Travis Hunter, I guess, then that's a poverty franchise. We already knew that.
Talk about the Steelers needing to grow a set because of the Aaron Rodgers stuff. If you're letting Myles Garrett make your draft selections for you,
and he's a butt.
Would you call him a butt?
He's a what?
He's a butt.
I agree, dude.
Thank you.
Big old keister.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, Jets probably got to feel pretty good about their tackles now.
Yeah, when he made it past the Raiders, it made so much sense.
Yeah, I think I take Membu over Campbell.
That's a pretty good receiving core the Panthers have now.
Panthers fans don't look happy about the Ted McMillan pick.
We need some videos of him and Xavier together.
I need some really weird things about people's families on here. Like mother used to.
I'm allergic.
Yeah. Man, the way they handpicked that guy that they showed for Carolina's pick, and he just looked so unsatisfied.
Do they know if Derek Carr is going to play again yet?
No, just got put out today that they don't have any clarity yet.
That sucks.
I thought it was he doesn't want to play for him anymore on top of the shoulder injury.
Maybe. Oh, by the way, hashtag Rangoon. We'll do this after pick 10, first giveaway.
And you have to actually put the hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag Rangoon.
Type it in chat to be entered.
Just like this.
Pick is in.
We're not spoiling it, right?
No.
I think when Genty went, all of the people all the teams trying to trade up, just like we're like, never mind. Because these picks are flying in so fast.
Did you enter as around the 412?
He's showing.
I was just showing people with the hype. If it lands on,
that's what I meant. He's rigging the system so Steelers now are around the 412 wins.
Those are my entries. Sarge, you won twice last year, didn't you? Your name got pulled twice last year, but Zach didn't give you the giveaway. But your name kept getting pulled.
Typical.
You were on. You don't remember that?
I don't know. A lot of things happen. This guy's name's awesome. How do you actually say it?
The Hatmere is sick. What Hatmere? Who's he talking to?
I think he's talking about whenever the players or walking through the tunnel, that hat meal, or where you looking. I think they did that last year too, didn't they?
What is this name?
I didn't see it.
Scam, likely.
Oh, that's the chick that tweeted at you or DM'd you on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, in that case, what's up?
Who do you guys have
a giveaway?
Did you guys notice this?
What?
This right here.
You have a Band-Aid on your?
No.
Trade back.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
You can't really see it that well. It says trade back. It's taped to our Peloton.
Oh.
Who do you have here now?
Like who did I predict, or who would I say now?
My guy's still in play, so I'll go with who I
had.
I do not believe Aditi Kinkabala in her report saying that there's no way that Dart is the pick here.
Oh, I had Mason Graham, so I'm gonna go Kelvin Banks now.
Kelvin Banks was my mocked player. They need a tackle so bad.
They might still take back.
My mock was Michael Williams.
Teteora?
They didn't exercise the 5th on Penning either.
Teteroa
McMillan.
Yeah, although I like the way you tried to pronounce it the first time.
That's why I just say Tet.
Well, I was expecting some guy named like Ted, and then this guy pops up.
He doesn't watch film though.
You don't need to.
Nice to know ya.
Well, I got some pushback when I brought that up the other night when we were doing our first round mock draft. That was his first. That was like his freshman year.
Yeah, it's crap. That's just what people were throwing out there to get on the slide.
I'm more concerned about what
he's stupid, aren't they?
I'm more concerned about what he's eating.
DBs.
I mean, what would be the stupid pick here? Shador? Quarterback? Any quarterback?
The stupid pick would be quarterback.
Ross is the wise man.
Wiseman.
The Wiseman.
The likely pick is probably Kelvin Banks. You're right. But I think if it's not Kelvin Banks, it's got to be defense.
Kyle Leach is dressed like a public defender, which means I'm going to jail.
No, you know who's going to jail? Freaking Donnie Nagel, who was in here a couple nights ago for our first round mock. Dude, he hates my guts.
Why?
Look at my lawyer dog. I'm going to jail.
Why? Because I did the thing that Smitty would do in my shoes as well, except I'm the one that did it.
He announced the pick.
My hands are clean.
What'd you do?
They announced the
Kelvin
pick.
Banks.
I drafted Shador in our first round mock draft. It's Kelvin Banks, yeah.
I think that's 4 for me now.
Drew picked up a point there. Whoever gets the most gets $1,000 from the other 3.
Collectively or
like
each.
That was weird. Check it out.
Wait a second. What the hell?
I
thought that I mocked Walter Nolan to the Niners.
I did.
I thought that I did
as
that.
Well.
Oh, wait. I remember why. I had Walter Nolan there, and then Jalen Walker slipped, and I thought he'd go first. The Bears are going to take Warren.
Hey, Drew. Look at this.
Would you grade on that 8? Is that an 8?
Yeah, it sucks. But
is that a first gen?
No.
No.
I was about to say. That's sick.
Also an 8.
Surprise pick here.
All of those?
Ooh.
I saw your tweet earlier that you got a bunch graded, or did you buy them graded already?
No, I
pick.
I sent 4 to get graded, and 2
So
came
what
back.
would be a surprise pick? Another running back? Hampton?
Marion Hampton.
I don't know what else would be considered a surprise.
Let me see who they met with.
Well, if they don't like the tackle run and they took Simmons.
Joel said nope. No running back. Well, we said Warren. Okay, I guess theoretically, could it be a surprise if it's Loveland before Warren?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they met with Loveland. I wouldn't have I mean, that's a good pick in my opinion.
Tyler, how do you feel about losing Kevin Young? He's not leaving BYU.
I like how this always ends up turning into like some BYU discussion.
You know who's a surprise pick here? Shamar Stewart. They met with him twice throughout the process.
What?
I don't think they do that though.
I'm hoping the Bengals take Shamar Stewart, and then I hope he doesn't pan out. Sorry to him.
Sorry to him. Joel, did we say the name? Oh, wait. Quentin's in here?
Yeah, cute.
The human.
Taller than I remembered.
I don't know who is Matt Ishbia. If they're talking about Matt Ishbia, I have no idea who it is.
Are the Bears
the owner of the? Isn't that the owner of the Suns or whatever?
Is it?
Schedule release May 14th.
Matt Ishbia says otherwise. Oh. Well.
What?
Listen. Kevin Young is not leaving BYU. I can promise you.
Like the former Pirates first baseman?
Yeah, that one.
Arian Foster, the podcaster?
Dude, that old guy meme gets me every time. The financier? With respect, if there was something happening with Jeffrey Epstein, I would have known about it.
You can lick my nut.
Oh, yes. I did say it.
Smitty, you got a question here.
Okay, first off, is this Mike Sink or Mike's Ink? And he's into like tattoos. Regarding Campbell playing left tackle, I mean, you got to try it, especially with where you invested. And I was a believer of Faatanu despite having shorter arms. So I think so. Really like the footwork. Think he's athletic enough. I'm buying into him being able to stick there. Mike Sink, no ink. Dang it. All right.
I didn't see the pic.
Did you see Platt's comment, Drew?
I am in the war room.
Okay, one last time real quick because I'm about to pull this. Hashtag Rangoon if you are in the comments and want to win a prize. Comment down below, hashtag Rangoon. Only 41 entries so far, and there are 1,499 people in here watching. So it doesn't add up to me.
Do we count as 4?
No. And also, like, a lot of those are probably on Twitter, which you got to come over to YouTube to comment that. So
what is taking so damn long?
Yeah, if you're watching on X, you can go to the Around the 412
X
YouTube or the Steelers Now YouTube. X.
Mark.
Listen, I hovered over the little live viewers thing and it said X. I still say tweet.
Don't give in.
If you're watching on
Don't give in
Twitter,
to the man.
if you're watching on Twitter, go over to the Around the 412 or Steelers Now YouTube channels, and you can type a chat in there, and it actually gets registered.
I did.
Wow.
I said him.
Colston Loveland. The better tight end went first.
You think he's better?
I think that they're.
I think they're very similar. Like,
The
I think you can do
separator
more.
goes,
I feel better about being able to do more with Loveland,
Didn't they?
what do you mean by that?
like in line and stuff.
I thought they extended their tight end.
Who?
The Bears.
Komet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Loveland's he's probably the best pass catcher. So like,
Yeah. I thought his shoulder injury was more serious than it must be, though.
Nice to know ya.
All right, so I have.
I know my
Nolan
guy
to the
Steel
Niners.
Wolverine's fired up. Yeah, there it is. I missed this originally, but he already commented about it.
I have Nolan to the Niners. I know Smitty has Nolan to the Niners.
Yeah. Yep.
Drew, who did you have?
I have Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker. Okay.
He wasn't who I really thought
Sarge,
about.
do you know who you had?
Nope.
I didn't think Walker would fall this far. That's why
I can look.
it was like a value pick for
Sarge
me.
had Jalen Walker.
Okay.
Fist bump, Drew. Nice.
Nice to know.
Beefy,
I
did you
think
get a Snapchat from Jenny last night?
Whoa. What do you mean by that?
Dude, she sent me a Snapchat in like the middle of the night, and Yoda was face to face, like outside of our window with a giant raccoon, and he was just staring at him in the face.
Maybe that's his friend from whenever he escaped for 2 weeks.
We did catch one in a trap.
I'm being serious. Maybe he made a friend.
Maybe. Dude, it was like single degrees outside.
Yeah. I mean, you're lucky to have a cat, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I thought he was eating.
So why is this happening this year?
What?
I can't share that tab. I can only share.
Rigged.
It's so you don't want to see people.
There we go.
People
No, I
see
got
that
it.
it's rigged.
I think. Let me know if you guys can see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All in all,
Right. Good thing I shared that tab and not the one right next to it.
oh, it says Drew. I won.
All right.
After
You draw it.
Colson Loveland's house has a couple of elk on the wall.
3, 2, 1.
Dude's a stud. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Bump, 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 bump.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yes.
No.
Hey,
congrats to Alan.
Drew
Rigged.
said that was his entries.
Congrats, Alan Saunders.
Congrats,
I did
Alan
say that was
Saunders.
my entry, didn't
You
I?
get to go on the field after the game.
No.
George is gonna get it
Bring-
picked off the field.
Bring a microphone and camera with you, pal.
Congrats,
but
Smitty.
all right.
You get to use your own tickets.
Draw again.
That was my entry.
Bump, bump,
No whammies, no
Come on,
whammies,
around the
no
4-1-2,
whammies.
around the 4-1-2, around the 4-1-2.
bump.
Steel
Right
Wolverine.
after Colston Loveland too.
There you go.
Congrats. What was that for?
W.
Didn't decide yet because I'm not deciding. It's back.
The wheel.
Oh, you got the wheel. Nice.
Yeah, but
Can I spin it?
I'm gonna need a second actually. This isn't erasing. Sweet.
Okay.
You guys hold it down. I'll be back.
All right, he's gone now. We can talk about him.
Okay. There's no way that he's taller than 5'8", right?
Did you guys know that he had a second job as pest control person?
The real big giveaway is we're giving away his house that he just bought. And he renovated it just in time for draft day.
Wait, where'd Sarge go? I was talking to both of you.
I don't know. He just disappeared. And he muted himself. I have no idea.
He actually did a really good job with his house, though.
Yeah, it looks good.
Should do my floor.
Okay, 49ers pick is in. They're showing Shador on the TV right now, but there's no shot that that's it. So I don't know why they're showing him.
They just want to talk about.
He's gonna be all over
the TV.
Yeah, that makes sense. Not that I want to keep bringing up BYU, but I am wearing the hat. When BYU played Colorado in the bowl game this year, it was like almost like the announcers had a hard time talking about anything BYU because Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter were on the field, and all they wanted to talk about was Colorado. But BYU won by like 28.
Zach, you watch this back. Just skip the last skip from 118 to 122. There's nothing was said that you need to see.
Oh boy. Okay. Don't you love it when you have a dry erase marker that doesn't dry erase?
Probably called a Sharpie.
What actually happened?
We were polling the chat to see how tall the chat thinks you are.
What was the thought?
5'8".
I mean, pretty close. I'm listed as 5'9" on my ID, but
that's a lie.
Addressing some of the comments. Could you see the Bucks take Sanders? No, I can't.
The Bucks?
I think he's gonna go out of the. I think he's gonna slide out of the first.
Sorry,
if we don't take,
I was thinking that to Jenny.
I hope Golden gets past Dallas.
Who's Jenny?
My beautiful and lovely fiance, who I love very much.
Apparently, Shefty was kind of hinting that the Steelers may not take him. Talking about Shador, I'm assuming. Any idea what the Steelers are about to do?
No.
And that's the scary.
I mean, Derek Harmon was probably my pick now. Did San Fran and oh, Mike Hill.
I mocked. Was it Michael?
Yeah.
I mocked them, Michael, on the other day when I sent you my draft mock.
Mm.
This is bullshit.
Also, this is another thing. Now that you say that, true. I love, and everybody does this. I love my one and only mock draft that everybody posts. Meanwhile, I know everybody's been doing mock drafts for 3 months.
I just had one in a Word doc, and I just kept clicking around, changing things.
I only did one because Smitty said I had to.
Yeah.
Well,
I felt bad because I only know like 4 actors. Well, I don't know.
Okay, now I gotta wait for that to dry for a little bit. So we can't.
Surprised
we know the giveaway winner, but can't pick it yet.
Dallas is running it down. They're under a minute.
What you know how Jerry said he was going to do something big before or after the draft? What if it was to just
pick
not
12
draft?
for George Pickens?
No, what if it was just not to draft?
I want to make a statement.
We're good enough.
When was the last time somebody ran out of time?
Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think Minnesota.
Cold like Minnesota.
Picks in.
Is it dark?
I hope they don't take Golden, even though I'd get it right. I don't want them to take him.
I would say they're probably pretty mad that Tech got taken, right?
I think they should have wanted Golden anyway.
Shane.
Huh?
Shane's in here.
Hey, Shane.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Timu Muth?
That's messed up. I wonder who golfs better, him or Pat. Is Pat a golfer?
They preferred Golden according to Albright.
Do you guys know this Joel guy?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Smitty's just clowning a random guy on the internet.
No, that's just literally
what happens to me anytime we go live. Sarge, I kid you not that the guy Donnie from 2 nights ago during our live first round mock draft, he hated me.
I was crying when he told you to step on a Lego. The way he wrote it, I was
Why is that on
crying.
the sunglasses? This is better though.
Why is Jerry?
Honestly, I'm gonna take off the cowboy hat here soon. All right, Steel Wolverine won a prize. We just don't know it yet. Tyler Booker. Oh my.
Okay, Sarge.
Tyler Booker?
That is definitely not where I had him going.
Did I get that right?
Did I have him in the first round?
I didn't have him in the first round, I don't think.
I had him in the first round. I had him getting selected by the Ravens.
Wow.
I had him out of the first.
Bang.
That's my first.
That's huge.
I didn't have him in the first round either.
Yeah, Tyler's looking good for that 3,000 now.
Oh wait, I think he skipped the photo.
That's Jerry's big move.
He is big. Hey, how come whenever it changed to the Cowboys being on the clock, they had 1:30, and the Dolphins have 7 minutes?
I think if they take a while to announce the pick, the clock's still going, Sarge.
Yeah.
I think
What had happened was
as soon as the pick's in, the clock starts going for the other team.
I think that Matthew Golden's going to make it to 21 now.
Cardinals?
I don't know if there's a lot of teams there that are going to go wide receiver.
Broncos, maybe?
I still think that they're going to go running back.
All I'm saying is if we get Matthew Golden,
what about Miami? If
you're going to see a different tab getting shared.
All right. If they draft a receiver, that means that George is gone, correct?
not definitely.
Oh, you mean tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If they draft one tonight, probably.
Unless they're just like, screw it. Mason and the boys are out there trying their best.
He's the only one that checked all their boxes.
Mason?
Yeah. Wait, what did Cam Hayward say?
When is the last interior offensive lineman that went this high? And I'm not talking about a tackle that transitioned to interior offensive lineman. I mean, like they're coming into the draft as like a guard or a center.
Quentin Nelson
Nelson was 6. Brandon Sheriff was 5.
I think Sheriff was the highest picked guard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the most recent one is Nelson.
Yeah.
Probably. So we're talking what, 2015? 16?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Just thought that was worth noting. Interesting that a guard went this high.
That's crazy.
Been a while.
Did you guys see who Cam Hayward said his favorite Star Wars characters are?
No, who are they?
Darth Vader and Mandalorian.
I respect that.
He said he likes the dads.
If he would have said something like
Watto.
Cowboys fan texted my group.
Yinamanamanga.
I don't think anybody has ever said that. In all of Star Wars, who's your favorite Watto?
I don't even know what you're saying.
O'Neal.
Cruise
missile.
He did it again.
The dude's an animal.
Yeah, we look at O'Neal Cruz.
Huge caboose.
Center fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I hate that sentence.
Center
fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Did you see that stat from a couple nights ago that with Andrew McCutchen in the lineup, the Pirates are like 8-7, and without him, they're 1-6?
Yeah, guess I should play him less.
Yeah, let's give Jack Skowinski.
Can we just keep playing the Angels?
Should I just walk? Should I talk the rest of the time as Watto?
What'd you say?
Should I talk the rest of the time as Watto?
Yes. Only like
there's a run on edges so we can trade back. I mean, yeah, trading back's still my number one.
Jedi mind you work on me, only money.
What's that?
It's Watto from Star Wars.
Oh.
He's this blue fella.
I'm a Todarian. Mind tricks don't work on me.
Come on, Smitty, you don't know that?
No.
It's Bikini Leia. That is a crazy statement.
Yeah, I know what that means.
That's probably the.
Oh, dude, you gotta look it up.
It's probably the celebrity crush of every boy from the 80s. Smitty isn't a real nerd.
No, he's not. He's not even a self-proclaimed nerd.
Yeah.
No. What is the nerdiest thing about you? Would you say?
Does wrestling count as being nerdy?
No.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, he watches some Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, I enjoy the films.
I enjoy the motion pictures.
Tyler, I have Will Johnson mocked to the Dolphins for that exact reason.
Will Johnson does not.
Someone just texted me. Someone just texted me and said, "Tell me Tyler Warren's not going to go to the Bengals, right?" We're getting close. I think he's going to Indy, though.
Yeah, that's where I would put him.
Smitty looking like Shador's daddy. Oh.
I just saw the pic.
What's that?
Why are you guys scrolling Twitter?
Well, no, someone commented it. I was reading the comments. Unless that was that wasn't the pick.
Yeah, the Falcons should get another receiver they won't throw to.
Is it the one that says at 9:33 someone was taken?
Yeah, I'm guessing.
I kind of hope that's it because that's who I don't want the Steelers to pick.
Somebody better call Liam Neeson because someone was taken.
I hope that's the pick. I'd be very happy.
Smitty, you know what I found out about baseball
are.
games? You know how every time a foul ball is hit, an usher does a thumbs up once they.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's hurt, they give a thumbs down.
Yeah, have you ever seen that happen?
No.
Saw it once. Someone behind the behind home plate, the netting stretched back. This is before they did
they were
expanded
leaning
stuff
into it
and changed it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But this lady got hit with a ball that was fouled back. The netting stretched that far backwards that it hit her.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I've
but
seen
I've never
batting cage 100 times.
But I've never seen. I didn't think an usher would literally just go like this.
Yeah.
So
it's
it's definitely not an usher. But is that what that GIF is from of the guy just doing this at a baseball game?
No, I think he was just
the same thing
with the outcome.
I think he was just upset.
So
he's a Pirates fan.
And then there's the GIF of Platt.
That's my favorite one.
Harmon did not meet with the Cardinals. Someone asked in the chat.
Kenneth Grant. Is that just
I'm so happy. We don't have to worry about that now.
And there goes the top defensive tackle on the Steelers board.
Mm-hmm.
Shador, get ready to learn Yinzer.
I know there was a couple people that were hoping for Grant for sure. That's pretty rich, though. So they must think he can play all 3 downs.
That's the reason why I didn't want him. I don't think that.
The Colts pick was immediately in.
It's got to be Warren. There's no way. There's no way.
Matthew Golden. And then they trade A.D. Mitchell to the Steelers.
And then was it Richie or was it Jake the other night that said they can unretire Dallas Clark's number and give it to Tyler Warren?
Is it officially retired?
Maybe not, but it might be like one of those things that you don't pick it.
His reception is terrible.
Kind of like the Steelers.
I know.
There's a couple numbers you probably don't pick in the Steelers.
This reminds me. This is taking me back to COVID draft
with Roger Goodell's peanut M&Ms.
Also, what is your guys' take on that? Is the Steelers not like officially retiring numbers except for it's just Joe Green and then one other guy?
They have to pay money for the sign. They don't want to do it.
They are so.
That's probably true.
They are so
That's all
cheap.
it is.
Yeah, who needs a big coaching staff when you can just have guys try to coach 3 positions?
They've been voted to have like the worst locker room for like 3 straight years, and they don't even do anything to make it better.
Yeah, Rooney's like, nah, it's fine.
If they won't do that, why would they buy a sign with a player's number on it?
That's such a. Why would they buy a sign? Oh man.
Yeah, I gotta imagine there's a few schools in Pittsburgh that play at Heinz Field in the championships, and they have nicer locker rooms than the Steelers do.
Yep.
How many times is Kenneth Grant going to throw up on the field in Miami?
That's gonna. That boy's gonna be hot. Hot and sweaty.
Why'd you say it like that? Hot.
What?
It's just a lot of meat. I don't know.
They got Warren.
I can only imagine. They got Warren.
I can know.
You're ahead of me.
Did you say that, Sarge?
Only imagine.
Are you confirming it? Like it is Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everybody knew that, but
It's on the screen.
This just got flipped for I had Loveland here.
yeah, I had Loveland here too.
How do they have so many people fitting on that couch?
Lovey-dovey-dovey.
Sectional. I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, that thing's like.
Where's the beanbag love seat?
I'm back. I am back. I had Tyler Warren here.
This is bullshit.
Did I not?
I don't know.
I thought I had a tight end.
You had more Stewart.
I'm pretty sure Drew and I have the same tight ends. Warren to the
You
Jets
guys-
and Loveland to the
Yeah.
to the Colts.
I have. Oh wait, Michael Williams was picked already. I can't have the next pick, right?
Well, shout out to my cousin Austin. He's a Colts fan.
I'm going to start. checking
Sarge
this dude.
has
Gonna be happy
Mike
about that pick.
Green. Drew has Will Johnson, and
Johnson,
Tyler has
maybe.
Jalen Walker.
Will Johnson met with him twice. That's why I had him here.
Any idea where the Steelers had Nolan ranked? I'm pretty sure they were pretty pissed about the way that he went through the pre-draft process, not working out at the pro day when they like actually went to see him. So I don't think super high.
I think this is a pretty good pick for the Colts.
And then following that, did not bring him here for a pre-draft visit when they probably would have had he worked out.
It is a good pick for the Colts.
The Cardinals met with Matthew Golden only at the combine. So that's encouraging.
Is that who you're hoping slides now?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Do you think they would do that though?
Huh?
Do you think they would even do that though?
If they're going to trade George, I think they would. He checks all their boxes too. He's the only guy that checks all their boxes.
Yeah. I don't know. Until
Jalen
Derek
Milroe was the
we're
one.
just assuming that's the pick.
before this pick, the Colts were rolling with Mo Alley Cox and Drew Ogletree.
Until Derek Harmon gets picked, that's who I'm thinking the pick is.
That's who I want, I think. Because I didn't think Golden would get this far for me to really even think that it was realistic. but I would be happy if they chose him.
Yeah.
Shador's going to be
3
there
more
too.
picks, and we enter the QB
Unless the
zone.
trade flies, then he's going to be there, and it's going to be funny while we sit here while the clock goes down. They should trade back.
If I had a nickel for every Quentin that was in the chat, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird.
Who's the other one? Who the heck's the other Quentin?
Quentin Chandler and Quentin Getman.
Oh. Wait, QC's in here? What's up, dude?
That's what I'm saying. If I had a nickel for every Quentin in the chat, I have 2 nickels.
By the way, I've never called him QC in my life. I literally
Do you
just
think that
now
he's
said
behind and he thinks that we're currently talking about your height to him?
It'd be pretty behind.
Why are the Falcons?
That would be hilarious.
Guess who's in the chat? Eddie, you should probably go over to YouTube so you can enter into a giveaway.
Yeah, I was just saying we don't care if you're in the chat if you're on Twitter. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you're in the chat.
Yeah, if you're on Twitter, you can't enter any giveaways. We already did one, which we don't know what they won, but we just know the winner.
Drew, you want to pick a word for the next giveaway?
I'm gonna think it over.
Okay.
When do you want to do it?
20. No, wait. At that point, we'll just wait till after the Steelers pick.
You never even spun the wheel the first time.
I know, because they had to dry off. So I'm just going to do them all at the end. We just know who the winners are going to be. I didn't think this out very well. I didn't realize there was still writing on it, and I just assumed it would erase off, and it didn't. So I had to go into my bathroom.
Someone asked if I'm still eating, but I took a break. There was a large gap between my first slice.
Tyler Alvarez, don't know if you just joined. There's already been one giveaway. We got more tonight, and then we're gonna be back tomorrow and probably do a couple of those tomorrow as well. But we're giving away a couple of shirts from our friends at Game Changers. If you're not familiar, go and check them out. Literally any design on their site. They got over 4,000 designs over there. A DK Metcalf jersey. Probably do some autograph stuff, and then we're also giving away a pair of Steelers tickets with 2 passes to go on the field after the game.
H Bishop, thank you. Hayden, thank you.
For what?
This is actually the suit. He said nice suit, Tyler. He said this is actually the suit that I got married in.
Oh.
Wait, you got married?
Yeah, dude. It actually, I mean, you can't really see it, but it says Kennedy and Tyler, March 12th, 2022.
Wait, you're going to bed?
That's your wedding suit?
Yeah.
You got a rental.
Watching this stream 4 years in a row is crazy.
It's crazy to think that that's been a thing.
Yeah. Well, I think it's been a thing since 2021. I think it's the first time we did an actual live stream.
For sure. For sure.
Dude,
yeah.
I
remember myself, Drew Hannis, and Ryan Platt, our reaction when we selected now friend of the show, Pat Fryermuth. It wasn't great.
Yeah, if he saw that, we wouldn't be friends.
No, I've told him about it.
What do you say?
Creed Humphrey guy.
He thought it was hilarious.
I wanted Creed so bad. Platt's reaction, in all fairness, was way worse. He was
he just like sat there for a second.
Around, he goes, "What the fuck?"
He threw his hands up. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
For the word, let's do since Joe can't be here in his little boy's first draft tonight, let's do Jonah.
Okay.
Hey, Joe's watching.
He better be.
I mean, if he's not, then what's he doing?
Dude, the Falcons are taking so long.
Joe, baby sleep. What are we doing?
He's traveling.
All right, so comment hashtag Jonah.
Traveling.
Pick us in for Atlanta.
Will Johnson.
They took it down pretty far. They got down below 30 seconds.
I think that's a dick move.
The Steelers were on the horn.
Yeah.
The Steelers were on the horn to tell the Falcons that they don't want to trade up.
That's like me in our mock drafts. Hey, just calling to see what's up.
Dan Marino.
In our mock draft the other night, you called up at 10. It was like, hey, this is Andy Weidel. They don't know I'm calling you right
Wait,
now.
did someone say that? In the...
No, it says notable quarterback slides, and the last one is Dan Marino.
Oh.
I texted Zach that he's done that 4 years in a row, and you guys have fallen for it every single time. Is Jake going to be on tomorrow night like he was last year?
Yeah.
Where's DB?
Just watching the draft.
Psh.
They're all just talking about the Steelers on ESPN with Shador. They won't stop talking about it.
Mel Kiper said he's going to come back to haunt whoever, all the teams that didn't pick him. Mel Kiper has him as his number 5 player.
Like in the afterlife or on the field?
The afterlife. Hey guys, remember me?
Ooh, you should have
said the same thing about Jimmy Clausen, though.
Did he?
Didn't he say
he said that he would retire if Jimmy Clausen wasn't good, and he's still here?
Oh, somebody got this one right.
Me. Hold on. I don't see it yet. I was just kidding, but I don't see it yet. Don't say it. Field Yates is talking about Shador Sanders to the Steelers.
Everybody is.
Who are all of our picks?
I had Sarge had Derek Hart, or I'm sorry, this is Atlanta. Mike Green. I can't be right because my guy was already taken. You had or Drew had Will Johnson. You had Jalen Walker.
I like Jalen Walker here because I didn't think he'd be here.
Staying in state, just going down the street.
I think that they really like Mike Green, but I don't think anybody thought Jalen Walker would be here.
Bang! Is chat right?
Mm-hmm.
Bang! Let's go. I'm back in it.
This is bullshit.
I am back. That is a team spot player, everything fit.
They just did that because they don't want to pay for his travel.
Damn, dude. He test bumped that guy hard as shit. Holy shit.
Sarge?
He kind of looks like if Patrick Queen and Josh Hines Allen had a kid.
Excuse me?
Josh Hines Allen.
I can't say Josh Allen now. He changed his name.
One of my favorite things about the draft every single year is anybody who has a lot of hair trying to fit the hats on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the best.
Who does Arizona take?
Emeka Ibuka, because that's who I picked for them to take.
I
think they could take receiver.
Oh, I had them trading.
They could also go corner.
Once again, I can't be right. I had Denver trading up for Colston Loveland.
They met with Walter Nolan a couple times.
But like their pick, I had Will Johnson, but in a trade down. So I guess I could be right with the player there. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking, Tyler. Like if they went corner, I think they'd take Barron over Johnson.
I don't think Matthew Golden gets past Seattle.
Do you think they take him instead of going with the guard? I mean, I guess they probably didn't expect him to be here either.
I don't think that he fits what they need, though.
Imagine they take Derek Harmon.
I don't know if you noticed this, Smitty.
Conversation.
I don't know if you noticed this about my mock when I sent it to you. Golden isn't in the first round of mine.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I'd be pretty stunned, but I mean,
did you see Tyler Lockett went to the Texans?
Titans.
Oh, Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw the meme where it was like Randy
That's
Moss.
the graveyard.
Yeah, Eric Decker.
Julio Jones. Randy Moss.
Dan Marino.
Pick is still not in.
Oh, my body temperature just rose like 20 degrees, I think.
What's your clock at?
4:35.
You're ahead of me.
And I don't even think like people understand why that's funny.
So on my computer, my clock is now at 5 minutes, but I opened it up on my phone, and my phone is like 35 seconds ahead of my computer. So I'm really just looking at my phone for the actual picks because it's more on time, I guess.
More on time?
It's more on time. That's probably what this GM is saying.
It's Ross time.
All right. It's in.
Excuse me?
The pick's in.
Oh, I thought Jenny came back in the room.
Imagine the numbers.
How many people are in right now listening to us talk like that?
Just around 2K.
Hey, Quentin has a good story about the word moron. You'll have to tell him it too, but at the one time.
Van Dean 92.
You guys think we really take Sanders? It's a possibility.
Shiloh or
I think Derek Harmon.
Derek Harmon might go now.
Well, if he does, then yeah, it's a different conversation.
But even if Harmon's there, it's still a possibility.
Who's that fella? Oh.
Zachary Chicken. What is Zachary Chicken?
Oh,
Smitty, apparently you're the only one that would know about this.
His mom tagged me in something on Facebook. I don't know why.
Eddie's mom.
It was just this
Is
reel.
it called Zachary Chicken?
Huh?
Is it called Zachary Chicken?
There's a reel of these chickens, and it just says like they're saying Zachary.
The chickens are?
Yeah.
Okay. Golden is wearing an interesting suit. I don't know that I've looked at it.
Does it say here we go?
You don't pay attention to the correct stuff.
Is it black and gold? I haven't seen Mel Kiper at all.
He was just on my screen.
Is Jade Barron wearing a sweater with him on it?
Matt Gorski.
Kind of busy.
If Jade Barron is wearing a sweater with him
Drew?
on it, it's kind of tough. Also, I think
ESPN
Jade
cut my pay part-time now.
Jade Barron looks like he has the entirety of
Walter's
Austin,
at the podium
Texas.
now for me.
Yeah, same. Walter Nolan.
Yeah.
So I was right on the position, wrong player.
I was wrong on the position and the player.
Wait, Matt Gorski hit a homer
Yeah.
in his debut?
I had the
Oh, is his debut?
I had the cards taking Jade Barron here.
I think Cincinnati.
No one had. We didn't have that. Any of us.
Cincinnati's a threat for Harmon. I had them taking
Brother.
Nolan.
I wasn't thinking about that.
They met with a lot of D tackles.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Sounds like something revving up.
Take Shamar Stewart, Cincinnati. Do it. I have him taking Mike Green in my mock.
Oh, who do I have? I might have Ezeraku.
They met with. They met.
No,
with
I have Mike Green.
I'm a no 30.
I have Mike Green.
I know I said it 2 days ago, so you've already heard it, Spinny. But Ezeraku is my favorite edge rusher in the draft class. Not the best, but he's my favorite.
He's a stud. By the way, next giveaway coming after the Steelers pick at 21. # Jonah.
I thought you said 20.
I did, but
then we rounded up.
Pick at 21, so rounded up. We rounded up to 21. Wait, yeah, what the F? I completely forgot that Will Johnson's still on the board right now too. We got to trade back. We got to find a way. We got to find somebody that wants one of these guys that bad.
It could
Golden
be related for him though.
Golden, Johnson, Harmon.
There was a report that Will Johnson's knee is like
Shetty Sands.
Like a permanent thing.
Permanent.
Jonah and the Whale, yes. Eddie.
Yeah.
Buffalo likes Will Johnson. I
So
have
Harmon's
Buffalo
got a
taking a
shoulder.
corner in my mock, but not that one.
I thought
Harmon's
Harmon's
got a shoulder.
I thought Harmon's injury was a neck thing.
Oh, somebody put it out there. Shoulder.
Same region.
Both. Is it both?
Neck's more serious though.
Yeah.
The pick's in.
I think that Harmon could go here.
It
They
kind
had
of
a lot
sounds
of
like
vision.
shoulder hip. That's what it says
Damn.
on this.
The twofer.
The Bengals met with Walter Nolan twice. They met with a lot of D tackles.
I feel like the pick is either edge or DT.
It could be guard too, because their O line is brutal.
Yeah.
They should go defense, but
The more I think about it, like the Steelers will probably draft somebody.
Wow, what a thought.
They might not. Hey. No.
I mean, could the Bengals snipe Zabel from the Seahawks?
what about Jade Barron?
That's
No.
what I had going last pick. So
They keep
No, I like
showing
him.
him. They keep showing him in the green.
I mean,
room.
it makes all the sense in the world to go defense. At
So
this
they're
point,
going-
if you're the Bengals,
Yes.
if
Yes.
you're a Bengals fan, then you probably don't care about the position.
They take Shamar Stewart.
Yes.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Sweet.
I'm so happy.
Watch him be like a 15 sack player in like 2 years. Wait, Trey Hendrickson. Out.
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, he's on the way out for sure. They can't afford him.
He was allowed to request a trade, so I would think that means he's out.
All right, Seattle's up. They're like a big time trade back team if someone wants to lead the Steelers. I feel like the Seahawks would want a bigger receiver. Like maybe they go for like Higgins or something in round 2.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like you got to imagine if someone's leaping the Steelers, it's got to be for a quarterback. Like, I don't think
Right,
anybody's leaping them for a defensive tackle.
I'm just trying to see. I think Golden might make it to 21.
I just don't. If Harmon's on the board, they're not taking him over him, I don't think.
Is Harmon good?
Yes.
Like, would you be happy with the pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the one thing with him is he has a bunch of plays that he's around in the backfield that like he needs to finish on. He had like a 20-some% missed tackle rate last year or something. Like he's very disruptive.
That's brutal though.
So he's like the first
He needs-
3 years of Bud Dupree.
I mean,
He's in the backfield, but he has no finish.
So it's Seattle and Denver yet, right? That's it.
Tampa.
Oh, right. Tampa's
Tampa's taking Jahad Campbell.
unless his injury's serious.
That's my bet. Yeah, he's probably going to miss the beginning of the year.
The Bucks did.
I'll be honest. I felt pretty confident that like Harmon was going to be the player that I wanted when we got to 21, like the top player on my board. But if Will Johnson and Golden are both there, I'd rather have either. I want to trade back, but if they can't
That's
find the
more-
partner, I'd want.
They should trade back even more because they still have a shot at all three of them, depending on how far back they go.
Yeah. Well, I think that they would want to, but can they find the partner to come up?
You think there's any chance they would trade back and still draft Shador or Dart?
Yeah, that's weird to me. Like, I know that that's been mentioned, but it's like if you have a conviction enough to draft the quarterback in the first round, it's weird to trade back and then do it. Like to me, that just said if you don't love that guy enough to take him,
That's almost like passing on them,
then
even though you're going to take them.
Right. That's just. I think it's different with quarterbacks. Like that's just my view of it. Not everybody has to agree. I get it. If they knew for sure that they could still land him and get an extra pick, I understand the thinking. But
like in their heads, if Dart and Sanders aren't that far apart, and they trade like in their heads, they could trade back, get the second round pick back, and then still get either one of the two guys they wanted. And then like you could pitch to the guy like, listen, we don't have a second round pick, we kind of need one, so it wasn't anything personal. We were confident we could still get you. Here we go.
Here we go.
The Steelers board looks pretty good. Like for what they wanted, if you look at their pre-draft interest, you still have Sanders, Harmon, Johnson, Barron, Golden.
I just don't think they're going to draft a receiver or a cornerback because that's not what they do.
I think that if they're going to trade George, I think that they'll take Golden. They don't want to be.
That'll tell us a lot tonight, right?
Huh?
So that will tell us right there tonight. If they take a receiver, that pretty much sets it in stone.
And he's the perfect guy to get to counter DK.
So if they draft anybody but a quarterback, is that just them saying they're rocking with Mason or waiting for Rodgers?
They're expecting Rodgers if they're doing that. There's no way
they'll still probably take a quarterback.
Assuming any move from Aaron Rodgers is dangerous business, but
yeah. It sucks.
You got to think that they have a good idea though from talking with him, and just it's not public.
Yeah, he's so secretive.
I'm enjoying the play-by-play here from Quentin. Gorski error.
Keep it coming, Q.
Shamar Stewart almost hit his second sack of the season.
His homer was
Roger
434 feet, 115 off the bat.
Oh my God.
Chad's right though.
He's first base, right?
Yeah.
The Bucks met with Golden twice.
The Pirates?
Yes.
The Bucks.
The Bucks met with Matthew Golden twice.
What are they doing meeting with him?
They do need outfielders.
So how would you feel if the Steelers took you?
Hey, you play football.
Why would the
Bucks second base?
Why would the Buccaneers be on Matthew Golden? They signed Godwin to a big deal. They didn't. Why would they pay him if they think he's cooked?
They want 3, maybe. Maybe they want to use him as more of like a
Seahawks pick isn't, so they didn't trade out of it.
Denver's probably going running back, so they could pick Golden too.
I guess the NFL draft, the coverage on ESPN somehow just mentioned LeBron.
Let's trust that.
Oh man. Rap says that Bucks are a team to watch to move back.
Literally half the first round is.
Hey, Squirny.
It's Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. What if we just did impressions the entire time on here?
I have one. It's very specific.
I have one. I own one impression.
Hey, chat, should I give my cat some treats? Yes or no?
Does Tyler like Derek Harmon? Who gives a shit what he likes?
I do like Derek Harmon.
They didn't watch the mock draft show.
Is that Donnie Nagel asking the question?
I said the other night that
I'm just kidding, Mike.
If I were the GM making the pick and they were both on the board, I would have taken Harmon. But at the time, 2 days ago, made all the sense in the world that Shador was going to be the pick.
Step on a leg.
Finally, a good question here.
Smitty, you're probably like Pearl.
Gray, it's Gray Zabel. I think, did everyone get this one?
Yep.
I did.
That was the most obvious pick ever, and I still didn't give it to him.
You went with a man worry? What the?
They met with him twice.
Thanks, Joel.
And McDonald, I thought
telling
that
you,
I thought it made sense.
I think there's a good chance that Worry could go out of the first round because I don't think teams are really going to know what to do with him.
This guy's name is
Are they going to play?
Zabel?
Are they going to play Zabel at center? Do you think? Is that why you take him here?
Strange name.
They were saying that's where he's going to start.
I'm gonna plug my stupid computer in.
Man, the interior offensive linemen are going, huh?
So that means he'd start over Oluwatimi. They'd have Satoa Lamea and Anthony Bradford as their guards.
Jordan Schultz, ton of activity at the bottom of the draft. Teams are looking to trade down. Couple of QB needy teams making calls to try to get up.
I mean,
when we're not even going to take them.
Go ahead. I mean, QB needy teams. Can they basically just say that New York or New Orleans is trying to trade up?
Cleveland?
What other teams would it be?
Do you think the Steelers have Dart ahead of Sanders?
No.
I don't.
Because everyone's saying that those teams have Dart ahead of Sanders. So if they're trying to get in front of the Steelers, they must think that the Steelers do.
I mean, you're also, but I mean, I know that they said there's a lot of teams trading back, so maybe that's not. My thinking is just when you find that a team willing to trade back, you got to try to do it. You also don't know what other teams are trying to come up with that spot. Like if you know you want to get up for a player, you have to do it with said partner regardless. But I don't know. I hope we can trade back.
It'd be so funny if we traded back and Shador went at pick 21. I'm starting to get nervous. This is stupid, but like I've loved the Steelers drafts the last 2 years. Like absolutely love them. So I'm worried now. Like they can't keep doing this to me.
I'm just so sick of drafting in the 20s.
But maybe they should have you play quarterback for a season.
I could play very specific role on the team. I think I could be a good fake punt pass quarterback.
$5K?
Yeah, he said that earlier. He bet 5,000 on Jalen Milroe to go.
Specifically at 30?
I think it just has to be in the first round.
Dan being nervous about Drew being nervous is making me nervous.
Bucks pick is in, but the
Broncos are such a wild card. Yeah, they were last year. They got beat by Buffalo in the playoffs.
We cannot blow the Steelers pick, please. The last
Chad says they're a more obvious trade back team than the Bills. I think they should trade up for Matthew Golden. They need a receiver that can play on the outside.
Who?
Everybody plays in the slot for them.
Who the Bills?
Yeah.
What if the Chiefs try to come up and try to get an offensive lineman since they're going?
I'm not trading with the Chiefs. F them.
Yeah, everybody should agree not to.
They can take Josh Simmons, who had a patellar tendon injury.
If you're Denver and you stay at the pick and you don't get a trade partner, what are you taking?
I'm trying to see who they met with the most. But
I had them drafting Ibuka in my mock, but
so first round guys that they met with that were 30s, Matthew Golden, Maxwell Hairston, Travion Henderson could potentially go. I still think it's Omarion Hampton, though.
Hampton, yeah.
Oh.
They didn't bring him in for a 30, though. Why did you make that sound?
You were talking about Hampton.
Oh. You didn't see the Bucks pick?
No, not yet.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it says the pick is in on my screen, but it's that commercial, so.
Same here. I think the Broncos want to take a running back, but they don't want to pick him here. They want to move back so they can take him later. And if they don't want to just take Hampton, I bet you it's Travion Henderson. They want like an explosive guy, right? From what they were saying.
Wait, who we talking about right now?
The Broncos.
And they should take Bishal Tootin. They get a lot of explosiveness out of him. They'll also get a fumble every 30 carries.
Can the chat also agree to not spoil anything if you see anything?
Derek Harmon, welcome to Pittsburgh. Wow.
I'm going into private chat when the Steelers are up.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Oh. Okay.
You saw it?
Yeah.
And it's irrelevant to us, so you can just tell us.
I wouldn't say irrelevant, but it's at Buka.
Oh. Really?
Mm-hmm. So that's Evans, Godwin, Ibuka, McMillan came on last year, the second half.
That's interesting. I really thought it was going to be Campbell.
Same.
Did they even meet with him?
Steelers just took Terrell Edmonds.
Tampa. They didn't meet with Ibuka at all.
Oh. Well, that's why in the Jaguars, the Hunter said they didn't talk to him.
They don't trust McMillan? Well, do they want to trade him to Pittsburgh for Roman Wilson?
I thought that they were loving McMillan.
That's the thing that makes me the most upset about the draft last year, is taking Roman Wilson and 8 picks later, McMillan's off the board.
Fairbaugh says no trade for the Broncos.
What'd you say?
Fairbaugh said the Broncos aren't trading.
They're not? Picks in. It should be quick because they went to commercial. If they follow trend, it would Matthew Golden's the only one that checks all 3 boxes.
Jaleel McLaughlin, Audric Estime, Tyler Beatty, and Blake Watson is the current running back depth chart for the Broncos.
It should be Hampton. But maybe they like a guy in the second round. It's going to make me piss my pants.
It should be Hampton. But maybe they're worried Hampton could turn into Javonte 2.0 and then they
for
take
the
Henderson.
Broncos?
They met with like every single running back.
No. KR said Harmon.
Who said that? What?
Someone in the chat said Carter.
Chris Carter says Harmon.
For the Broncos?
For the Steelers or the Broncos?
I mean, the Broncos doesn't even say the pick isn't yet.
Yeah, so why is Chris Carter talking?
I mean, I guess if that's what you're saying, like the vibe is around what the Steelers could pick, then that makes sense. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Jarvis Jones. Did the Broncos meet with Caleb Johnson? That's true.
I saw the Steelers pick.
What?
I saw the Steelers pick based on what everybody's saying.
How does this happen?
I don't know.
Did the Broncos meet with Caleb?
Caleb who?
Johnson.
What?
Someone asked.
They met with Caleb
he ain't
Johnson.
going in the first round.
Yeah, I know. He's fat, but someone asked a question.
Whoa.
What? It's true.
I think they're going to take Harmon.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably... Wasn't it? Didn't Chris Carter have the same thing last year somehow? It was like 3 picks before they were actually on the clock somehow. He knew what was happening. Like, how behind is it?
Well, no use into going to private chat anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I thought we were at least in the clear until it said the Broncos pick was in.
Yeah.
Steelers are picking Dino Tomlin.
Wait, So how does everybody even know the pick then? I'm confused.
I think what's happening, and maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think
he just knows who the Steelers are going to pick.
But
I think this is very far behind. The Broncos pick has been announced, is like already known there, and the Steelers have already like turned the card in.
Is he in Green Bay?
I'm not sure.
Well, they went to commercial, so that's probably part of the problem.
Imagine Roy High School's finest. They're taking the pick down pretty low. Like, are they just deciding between Hampton and Henderson? I don't know. I don't know what other conversation would be happening. They're under a minute 30. Yeah, they're under a minute 30. The pick's not in. Carter's at a sports bar in Pittsburgh. He got sources inside Steelers.
Yeah, they were doing Mike's beer bar. Yeah, I understand. Like, no doubt, Chris has sources, but it's crazy how ahead that would be to know that. Like, even if that's who they wanted to take, what if the Broncos would have just taken them?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, is it just like that's who the Steelers want to take?
Yeah, like if he's
there, because if that's the case, then like that's basically what everybody's been saying anyway.
It's probably that they want to take Harmon, but he's not there yet. Because Denver's clearly
okay. Denver's pick is in. I don't know what it is. I just saw on the screen that their pick is in.
Everyone's like, "Oh,
Joe,
no trade in front of the Steelers."
Supposedly, the Giants are trying to get back into the first.
Joe, hashtag Jonah.
If if the Giants get back into the first, I would think it's Dart over Shador.
You saw Denver's pick then?
Not a running back.
Who is it?
Jahdae Barron.
Nice.
Wow. I mean, a running back class this deep, I respect it.
Yeah, so we're gonna take Harmon.
I wonder if they took that long to decide if the
Green.
pick in. I wonder if they took that long to decide if the pick was in, just because they were deciding if they wanted to go running back. Maybe they didn't imagine the board looking like this.
I think that they were on the phone.
Well, yeah, like I mean, maybe the Giants were trying to get up to 20 in front of the Steelers.
I can't wait to see how quick it says our pick is in.
I think if the Giants get back into the first, they're taking Dart, which I hope happens at number 26 because that's what I had.
So the Steelers aren't going to trade back then.
That scared you, Sarge. I could see it.
Yeah, every time it vibrates, I get scared.
That's what she said.
There's so many players picked that didn't even go on visits.
I feel like we need to go back to this. So Smitty's Pearl.
Denver never met with Jahdae.
Yeah, next year I can't take this into consideration.
I'm still going to do the thing. But it might just be the nature of this draft, though, because the last couple of years, like, they've been very telling.
I'm probably Bubble Bass.
Teams weren't into, like...
What's that was Plankton? I'm not Plankton, Patrick.
Teams just weren't into what the crop of the first rounders were, and they thought that the middle rounds were going to provide them more value for these 30s.
Who announced the Colts pick? Samuel. Oh, a Make-A-Wish kid. That's cool.
Getting the crowd fired up.
I feel like the Broncos always know how to draft cornerbacks. Is that Hornswoggle? I'm pretty sure Hornswoggle was just on the TV. Like, actually.
I don't know who that is.
But I wish they would have moved back.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So Derek Harmon, it is. Seems like it's pretty much put out there by multiple people now.
Come on. I don't like to be spoiled.
Yeah. It kind of ruins the reaction. I like the pick. And
everybody talks about trenches and wanting them to be better until like you pick somebody in the trenches and then everybody's like, oh, that's boring.
Is this Andy Weidl's influence from Philadelphia?
Yeah, I think part of it, sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the pick.
I think the other part of it is, we're very underwhelmed by Larry Ogunjobi, Cam Hayward, despite having a great year last year, certainly not getting younger. Like, you got Keanu Benton as the one long-term piece along the defensive line, and that was it. So,
do you think this guy's going to get a lot of playing time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, sucks they didn't trade back. Hopefully it helps. I mean, that was my first option. Pretty much always is. Especially like the way that the board looked, I thought the opportunity was there to do so. But hey, I'm sure if it wasn't,
I would expect, unless something drastic changes in the next few months, George Pickens is going to be a Steeler in 2025.
Yeah, they would have taken Golden.
That'll be interesting. It should be an interesting summer.
What an anticlimactic Steelers pick.
Yeah, I know, because it was spoiled.
not necessarily because of the player, just because we found out during the Seahawks pick or the Bucks pick.
Yeah, it's
like, I'm excited about Harmon.
People agree on Twitter to not say anything until it happens.
I mean, I can't blame Chris. If you're him, you want to be first too, right?
He wasn't his name.
I said if you can't blame Chris, because if you're him, you want to be first too.
Oh yeah, sure.
I blame the weasels that come into our chat and say it.
Oh shoot.
So what's Aaron Rodgers up to?
The pick is in. Hey, Fryermuth jersey on the TV. Shout out. Yawn.
Oh, speaking of.
What is it specifically about this guy that they like so much?
Disruptive, athletic for a big guy.
It's the right move.
So he gets in the backfield a ton. He's just got to finish more plays.
It just sucks when a guy that you really like that you didn't think would make it to you makes it and then you pass.
He could definitely go to the Chargers.
I think the Steelers fans in Green Bay are just so happy that it was not Shedeur Sanders, because they look they're like the opposite of, well, who was the team?
Great. He
didn't look excited. There was one team that the guy didn't look excited.
He has Smitty shades.
He said, "You're telling me that you're not taking Shedeur?"
Is he an ooze?
There was a lot of late chatter that the Steelers like Will Howard, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I said the other night that if I can make a chalk pick, if the Steelers didn't go QB in the first round, it's Will Howard at 123 or whatever pick we have in the fourth round.
I mean, I'd
if he's there. And I think Smitty and I discussed this on a Steelers episode of Around the 412. If you take Will Howard in round 4, it doesn't change your quarterback plans for 2026. So you could still try and go out and get a quarterback next year. But if you took one early, even in the second round, when they had that pick, then that changes things. But taking Will Howard doesn't change a thing.
Are you a little worried drafting somebody at 21 though who has an issue finishing plays?
Let's do this giveaway.
No.
That's 3 years in a row going to the trenches.
Good. It's not the sexy pick, but a lot of the time it's the best picks.
4 if you count Kenny Pickett, because he was laying in the trenches a lot.
People were in the trenches fighting for their lives for him.
While he was
hashtag Jonah, get in on the giveaway. Hurry up and do so. So far, we got 41 entries.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube,
so.
Whether you're watching on Around the 412 YouTube or Steelers Now YouTube, if you are, type hashtag Jonah to get entered into the giveaway. And if you're over on Twitter right now, move over to YouTube, either Around the 412 or Steelers Now. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment hashtag Jonah.
You know, Matt said unless the Giants come back in, I don't see Sanders going in the first. I really think that they're a dart team.
That's why I think they're coming in for a dart.
Do you think the Steelers would trade into the second round to get Shador?
I mean, they're all the way at 83. Like, it's
no.
They'd have to significantly give up something.
Trade GP.
George.
I don't want them to. I want him to stay here.
Well, I hope you only want him to stay here for 1 year.
Let's go through these numbers quick. So it's the Browns, Giants, and Saints, right?
Yep.
Who do we think the Browns like? Honestly, it's probably Milroe. Right? Milroe or Shuck. They've had the most buzz, Milroe and Shuck. And then if the Giants are Milroe and Dart and the Saints are Dart, where's Shador going to go? He might slide further than anybody anticipates.
Rams?
What if he becomes Malik Willis?
Rams don't have a second round pick either, right?
If he becomes Malik Willis, his dad's going to be pissed.
I mean, let him be pissed. He might have a much larger slide than anybody is anticipating.
Seahawks round 2. Oh, the Seahawks don't have a second rounder.
They have 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I was thinking of the Rams still. Seahawks have ours and their own.
Yeah. But why would they bring in Shador after they just paid Darnold and bring that nonsense in there?
I don't know.
Because Darnold's only a 1-year contract, really.
Right, but they're not going to give him like any confidence at all going into the season that they believe in him, right? You got to at least give him a chance. He's not Matt Flynn, I don't think, in this scenario because he actually played for a year and showed something.
I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna go early if he doesn't go to the Browns.
And the Browns not taking Hunter to me
exactly
makes it less likely.
I think the Giants and Saints are gonna go at it for Dart. And
Forgot they didn't take Hunter.
We're gonna go at it.
What an idiot! What a poverty franchise.
Chad said the Jets, but like that's the same thing as Darnold for me. Don't you think that the Jets want to at least give Fields a chance before he has to look over his shoulder?
They shouldn't, but
it'd be a real shame if they second guess themselves and trade him back to the Steelers.
I could see Shador ended up in the 60s, and then it starts to get really interesting. And Dion just going nuts the whole time. Did Shador go to the draft?
No, he never was.
What's our plan for a running back besides Jalen Warren?
Draft
they
one.
They have Kenny Gainwell on the roster right now too, but yeah, they'll probably add one tomorrow.
I feel like he's just tomorrow necessarily.
Maybe.
Who?
Gainwell.
Well, you better start learning first and second down, buddy.
Me or him?
No, him.
I could get a yard, maybe.
Well, I mean, he's a third down guy because the Steelers used Najee.
True.
That's the only reason he's a third down guy, or has been a third down guy.
Do you think behind the Eagles' offensive line you could get 1 yard? I think so.
If they got a good push, then maybe I could just fall forward for a yard.
If they don't know that I'm running the ball, and it's possible that Hurts is throwing it.
I think I could do it.
Well, here's another thing. Are you under center or are you
Let's say it's I formation.
And you're the running back?
I'm the running back.
So you're telling me that you're 7 to 8 yards off the line and you got to get 1 yard? No, there's no shot. No shot that you're getting 1 yard.
Behind the Eagles' offensive line, I think I could.
No shot.
Will Johnson here?
I completely forgot who was picking. The Chargers. After the whole Steelers scenario, I just completely forgot who was picking. Chargers, I had them taking Kenneth Grant, so that's wrong.
Is it?
Smitty, you think that next year Pat would make an appearance for the 5th annual?
Will Johnson could make sense. I felt like it had to be a Michigan
I should see guy. I should see if I can send him an invite right now.
What's he up to?
I mean, he's just watching this, I think.
The Chargers are taking it down pretty low. They're almost under 30 seconds.
Mel Kiper is pissed the Steelers did not draft Shedeur Sanders.
Eat shit.
Eat shit.
Get out of here. I haven't even seen any of Mel.
I see him, Booger.
I haven't seen any of Mid either.
Greeny and
he's been here a little bit.
What's this guy's name? He was almost a GM. Louis Riddick.
Louis.
Louis. Didn't know he was a French king.
Oh, I see Mel's right there. On the other side of Booger.
I think I'm on the wrong channel.
Where's his pumpkin pie?
I got to be honest. If you are
dude's watching the NFL Network, wondering why I can't see Mel Kiper.
If you're named Booger,
I'm on
your
ABC.
parents love you.
Somehow I got ABC.
I said, if you're named Booger, does your parents love you?
That's not his government name.
It's Anthony, isn't it?
Yeah. I always thought it was funny because he has the same name as the Steelers' old running back.
Yeah.
Anthony McFarland. What could have been?
What's wrong?
Louis Riddick.
The Saints also might be a team that if they don't get their quarterback, they don't just take one.
Yeah.
Because Derek Carr is still potentially their starter at some point, and they could just ride Rattler, and they have to know that they're picking in the top 10 to 15 next year again anyways.
Or who's that other quarterback they had with the funny picture?
I just got a text from a Brown source that said they're definitely a Milrow team.
Yeah. What if the Browns don't even draft the quarterback because they just load it up for next year?
Yeah.
Was it Jake Hayner that had the the pictures?
Mm-hmm. Not me throwing a touchdown. I thought Sanders would have went with Sanders. I agree.
What?
Leginski over 2.5 earned runs at 110 money, free money. Oh my god.
So what happened with that game?
I believe
he meant the Saints would have went with Sanders. I thought Sanders would have went with Sanders.
Leginski gave up 3 runs then at least now. So what's that mean that's going on with the Pirate game?
Omari and Hampton.
He just
why are they I don't understand.
He just killed Najee.
Why would they
kill Najee? They just ended that man's whole career.
Why would?
What are you so upset about, Sarge?
I just don't they? Okay, maybe make fun of me. I don't know. Don't they still have J.K. Dobbins too?
No,
No.
he's a free agent. He hasn't signed with anybody.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not that mad anymore.
He also doesn't have a knee, so
I'm sure he has one.
Is that's a surprising pick, huh?
I
had
say,
them taking Henderson in one of mine.
Dude,
I would say pretty surprising.
The social media post when they signed Najee made it out to seem like he was like the next big thing.
I mean, he only got like $4 million guaranteed.
And they drafted him at 22. That's messed up. That's his number.
That's so funny too. Like the Chargers gave out nothing.
Yeah, it was like, wasn't it like 6.5 up to 9?
Yeah, So the signing or not the signing bonus. The guaranteed money that Najee is getting is less than what the 5th-year option would have been with the Steelers.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised that they would take a running back in round 1, though.
Me in 2021. Or whatever it was.
I can't believe the Chargers did that. Oh, the Packers are up.
This is going to be, I don't know, because the board looks different than I expected it to. But this was the team for Hairston for me.
I had Shamar Stewart. He's already gone, so not looking good. And my Vikings pick was Derek Harmon, so I'm not even looking like I could have a match until the Texans are picking.
They brought Golden in for a 30.
They're not drafting a receiver. They don't do that.
If they do, there goes that George trade.
I was going to say our friend Jake. The other night we were saying everybody's saying Golden.
Wait, I think I knocked them.
It does not feel like a Golden pick. That's too smart.
Oh, I'm in play here yet. I had Josh Simmons here.
I have Maxwell Hairston. Oh, wait. I got to do this giveaway.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Hashtag Jonah. I'll give you like a minute if you haven't yet. I think Christopher just joined, so. Will Johnson.
That's a good point from Hernley, but I don't think that they brought him in at all.
Maybe Donald Parham. Dude, the ESPYs are here.
Yeah, Najee's guaranteed money was $5.25 million.
Are we gonna win an ESPY?
That'd be sweet.
Is that like winning a Dundee Award?
Yeah.
I wonder if the Chargers would cut Najee.
What? What?
That'd be so fun. I mean, I would feel bad, but that'd be kind of funny.
They cut him and the Steelers signed him for less. Less than the 5.25.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
1.
Big money, big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Bah. Bah. Yeah.
Scott. He's done it again, folks. He has done it again.
Did you do the wheel yet? At all?
No, I'm gonna just
He's doing it at the end.
I'm just gonna have the winners, and then I acknowledge my tribal chief, Scott Hatfield.
Green Bay's taking a little bit of time here.
Boys, I might have to hit the hay. I gotta wake up at 5.
All right, go hit it.
I will, dude.
Are you gonna be on here tomorrow?
Mabes.
Right. I have to wake up at 5 too.
Gross.
They are taking time because the Eagles are discussing moving up with the Packers.
The Eagles? No. Nope. Don't do it, Pack.
All right.
Going to Ireland, baby.
All right, we'll see you.
Derek Harmon out of Oregon instead of a quarterback as well. These teams with young quarterbacks in the league that they believe in, they're supporting them in this draft. That's a theme of this draft so far. You've got Jacksonville gets Travis Hunter, weapon out on the outside. You've got Drake May. What do the Patriots do? Let's protect him. You go Will Campbell. This is an opportunity to tell Jordan Love, hey, we think you can go beat Minnesota. We think you can go beat Detroit. And again, I love the idea of them going offense right now. They're tied for the third most drops in the National Football League. I know it's not what they've done historically. I understand that. Maybe I'm just biased for the moment right here.
Yeah, Schefter just tweeted that Will Johnson has a knee issue that is concerning NFL teams. Gets it.
We did see the celebration in the draft, but they have not put the words "the pick is in" up yet. We imagine when that happens, there will be.
We're closing in on a minute left.
And Mark Murphy, the longtime
Albert Breer tweeted, "They're gonna
bring Jake in for the Packers pick." Matt, I have great news. We will be streaming along with Jake all of tomorrow night, so it won't just be the Packers pick. Oh, you mean this pick?
If you want to tune in for his pick, he's streaming over on his YouTube.
Yeah,
Jake
you can just go
NFL.
check that out. I won't be upset if I see that number drop to 2,821. I just want to.
We have that many now.
Yeah.
What was our record last year? Like 1,800?
I don't remember, to be honest.
I don't think we hit two.
Anyways, Steelers still get darkness. Well, we don't have a second.
Yeah, that second round pick is named DK Metcalf.
Alex, yes, Scott Hatfield won. I thought I saw your name. Did you type hashtag Jonah? I think you might have been entered, but you might have missed when I actually pulled it.
Will Nate be on to announce the Saints QB at 40?
He'll probably be hiking somewhere.
Packers ended up making a pick.
They listened to Zach. They're saying that the Giants are trying really hard to get back in.
I'm telling you, the Rams are probably a perfect trade partner. Not just because I have that trade in my mock draft.
Shador Sanders.
Who want me? 100% no.
Okay, Green Bay, it's your time. To make this historic pick, please give it up for first team All-Pro, Pro Bowler, two-time Super Bowl champion, and Packers president and CEO, Mark Murphy.
Mark Murphy, woo!
Thank you, Roger. How about this atmosphere? Isn't it unbelievable? Roger, thank you and the NFL for bringing the draft here to Green Bay for the best draft in the history of the NFL.
Every person who lives in Green Bay is there.
Packer fans here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and everywhere, because our fans are everywhere. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the NFL draft.
Not like Pittsburgh, though.
It is our honor and privilege to
Is there next year?
in our community.
We gotta get a table set up there.
We are the only community-owned team in the NFL.
Where are they even going to have it in Pittsburgh?
Probably
Many of you are owners.
Around?
Probably at the point, right?
We also have
It's part of it. I'm pretty sure that's like going to be in, like the stage is probably there, but
celebrate the special
they need a lot more space than just that.
Yeah.
back to the early days of professional football. With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers for the first time since 2002.
What?
Holy crap! They did something smart. They did something smart.
That's pretty sick how
Matthew
that was announced.
Golden.
Damn it!
Matthew Golden. I'm sure Jake is shocked because there's no way he thought that they were going to be taking.
The way he announced that, cool.
He said it 2 days ago that there was no way that they would take Golden, and so many
He's
people
probably
are
fired up. The Packers met with him twice. He was the only player that they met with twice. Should have seen that one coming.
Jake was probably so sure that they weren't taking him.
Well, based off everything else, that should have said that they weren't taking him.
Yeah, I guess
Everything else that's happened.
I didn't think he'd be here. Did you hear the way their fans like got loud when they announced the way he said that? That was cool.
I hope we do something like that next year.
For the first time since Kenny Pickett.
The first time since 2022 instead of 2002.
Maybe this guy won't be ass.
Yeah, Jake this morning tweeted, if the Packers take any of these 5 guys at 23, I'm jumping up and down. Colston Loveland, Trey Amos, Derek Harmon, Walter Norland, Josh Simmons. He did not think they were going to take a wide receiver.
I need to go see his reaction.
Aaron Rodgers punching the air right now. And the Vikings picks is already in.
That was my Derek Harmon team.
Vikings. That was my Derek Harmon team.
Yeah, this is someone who ran 4.29, but not just a speed receiver.
You think he becomes their one?
Yeah, I think he's at the most upside. I mean, I love Jaden Reed and stuff, but I'm a Dontavian Witch truther. How much time is Christian Watson gonna miss?
He tears ACL.
He tore his ACL like late.
He's probably done there.
His timeline is around late November.
Oh, God. So around the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Nah, the trade deadline's like early November.
I mean, that would be a late recovery. He could be back as early in sometime in October, but
what's up with all the Steelers people that are like taking victory laps about this pick? Like, this was a pretty obvious. This is like one of the 3 obvious picks.
The Steelers are obvious every year. We still get victory lap in.
I think most people are just thankful it wasn't a quarterback.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the people that are like happy about the pick. I'm talking about the people that are like told you so. Like,
yeah, they're like, there's people that are like, oh, I told you this earlier today that they were going to take Shador, they were going to take Harmon.
Well, then they're probably talking to the people that thought.
I understand. I fully understand people not wanting Shador Sanders. Like, I don't have a problem with that aspect. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that are like, told you they were taking Harmon.
Yeah, Donnie Nagel was probably one of them.
The young dot community noted. He had a tweet saying Shador will be a top 5 pick. That
community note.
Shador Sanders was not a top 5 draft pick.
He just meant 5th round.
Top 5 round pick? I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Mike Trout is up to bat.
Nice.
Rough start to the season for Mikey.
Huge L for the Vikings picking here. They needed to trade back. They have no picks.
Oh, you don't know who the pick is. You're just saying them making a pick.
Yeah, they had 4 picks. They had to trade back here.
Oh, Giants got up.
Who they got up?
Walk after Minnesota.
Oh, Houston. All right, well, here it is. We'll see if
Houston. It's interesting because Houston called the Steelers, so they must have been willing to go up or down.
How do you know that?
Because I know it. I don't know.
Maybe Golden for them.
Hmm.
Because of Tank Dell.
Donovan Jackson.
They called him a guard too.
Yeah, he was, but he had to play tackle last year because of injuries.
But he did so well at tackle.
Yeah.
I had Donovan Jackson in the first round, but not to the Vikings. I had him going to Detroit.
So if
I don't think I had
the
him.
Giants go Dart here,
if the Giants go Dart,
that'll tell us what's happening for the future. If they take Shador, it doesn't matter.
If they take Dart, then I'll be happy because I predicted a trade back into the first round and taking Dart. Just the wrong trade partner. One pick too early.
Yeah, the Rams traded back. Oh, wait, no. It was the Texans.
No, it was the Texans. I had the Rams trading back.
No, Chad wrote in the chat that the Rams traded back. It was the Texans. They just showed it on the screen for me. The Giants are up at 25. The Rams are at 26 yet. Well, Ian doesn't know shit. He said Roethlisberger's going to get traded for 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, it already switched on my screen to the Giants being on the
Yeah,
clock.
pick 25.
Yeah, I think if it's Dart here, I think the Saints take Sanders at 40.
Someone told me that they traded back in for not Shador and not Dart.
Oh, wow. Another reason to root for Derek Harmon here. His mother is on life support in the hospital. And as soon as he got picked, he said he was heading there to tell her that he got drafted by the Steelers. Wow.
He's going to be a dog.
Feel good story. Mo Kiper is going to have an epic meltdown if this is Dart.
I think it's Tyler Shuck.
If it was Shuck, that would be the wildest thing.
There's no way. It would be
There's
so
no
way.
Do we care at this point? Do we still want to just not?
Oh, I don't care if it gets.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
care
it's
at this
Jackson.
point.
It's Jackson Dart.
It is Dart. Nice.
Okay. I don't know how the points work out, but I predicted the trade back in and I got Dart. Just saying.
So did I. I think it might have been at 26. I think it was one spot back. I think it was with the Rams.
Then you and I did the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there it is then, right? So they like Dart. The Saints were the ones that compete with. The Saints are
There's
probably
also-
not gonna take a quarterback now this high. Right?
The
They're
Saints
just
are
going
going
to
to take
ride
Shador
with
at
Carr and
40.
Rattler. Huh?
I think the Saints will take Shador.
Joe
at 40.
Shine's kid leaked the pic. Dude, he's been posting about him on his Instagram story for
Yeah, since this morning I saw that.
Yeah, who were they competing with for Dart? Like coming back in?
Just the
Rams?
Saints, right?
Were they afraid of the Rams at 26 doing it?
I was thinking that they just wanted to get back in to get that extra year, but it could be that they were trying to avoid
Yeah.
the Rams.
Chad thinks Winston's going to get traded back to the Saints.
That'd be amazing.
I think the team that makes sense now is Shador at 40, and then if that doesn't happen, then who knows when he's getting picked.
Houston for tomorrow night, and a third-round pick next year to trade up. And
would they trade a third next year?
Yeah, it's not that bad of a move. Shador looks so happy not to get chosen. Did you see it leaked for Dart for 100% now? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just thought his a little more physical of a quarterback when you think about the division and where they play. I think that looks.
Chad said to the Cowboys. Imagine if the Cowboys did take Shador. That'd be funny, actually.
Then maybe people were right with just the wrong pick, not 12.
That was not a steep price they had to pay to potentially go up and land a quarterback after already getting a premier player in Abdul.
The Pirates play the Angels every week.
25. That's only 22.
Wait, what's going on with that game? Is it still 3-3?
It's 3-3, top of the 6th, 2 outs. Hayes just grounded it out. It's a short.
Come away with a quarterback, right? Like at this point in time, they're damn the torpedoes for it right now, and I know it's not that expensive when you think about it. But to do something.
Wait, Quint says Falcons are on the clock?
Oh, they're coming up.
Oh my
They're
God,
jumping the
Shador?
Ravens. They're jumping the Ravens for Malachi Starks.
That would be amazing.
That's my bet. I had Starks going to Baltimore. The Falcons getting two Georgia players.
If you're looking at the two quarterbacks that we would think is potential here,
I think one of those quarterbacks is going to make it to 83.
One of which ones?
Like I just probably Shuck or Milrow will probably end up, or Shador. I think one of them's going to slide like crazy. It's just the numbers game, unless one of these teams.
Oh wait, the Giants gave up 2/3.
Yeah,
and 34.
Yeah.
So it is the Ole Miss quarterback, Jackson Dart. He is a first-round selection. He is going to the division with Dak, with Jalen Hurts, and Jaden Daniels. He is going to be a guy who has every shot in the world to be the quarterback.
Yeah, the Falcons did trade up 26. They're up, like you said.
For this kid sitting in Utah right now, going to Broadway to be the Giants quarterback.
I have known about Jackson Dart since 2018. Pretty wild.
Drawn to Malik Neighbors at LSU. The SEC rival is going to get along quite well there as they grow up together. This is someone who got better every year. You see the comparison there with Jalen Hurts, and that's what that's about.
Worst pick of the night.
Continues to improve. You look at what he does with these kind of up and down throws, over linebackers, under safeties. That shows you the touch, the ability to escape rushers, get away, and make plays down the field. You see a deep ball here right on the money.
The Falcons trade their first rounder next year.
The pocket movement.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me?
Who the heck are they?
They traded 46, 242 in a first next year for 26 and 101.
Are we missing someone? Because that's a lot.
He's going to be the second one to speak at the press conference. At least you've got Abdul Carter there.
Will Johnson, maybe?
Nah, I'm.
If you give up that for Will Johnson, that's.
Yeah, but Starks though, like.
I don't think there's anybody worth that.
I'm just trying to think of
they're not in the early second. That's what they're middle.
As a top player in the state of Mississippi, Jackson Dart. This kid is schooled in it, understands it. He's got to deal with it going to New York. I think he's in a great situation where he doesn't have to start right away, as you said, Joel. Yeah, Kurt, I know that you like Jackson Dart, and I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on his game. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I think this is so much about style. Now,
ESPN has best players available: Will Johnson, James Pierce, Hairston, Campbell, Green, Simmons, Emin-Mori, Izaraku.
The second level throws, which Josh Allen was so good at in Buffalo, is what Jackson Dart, to me, separated himself with amongst this group. Best intermediate thrower, I thought, of this group of quarterbacks. And so, Shedeur Sanders, I know you were wondering if he would be the guy, but I just think style-wise, what Brian Daboll wants to do, it more fits Jackson Dart. DJ made the comparison to Jalen Hurts. And he can do both the movement, the RPOs, and make those second-level throws really, really well.
So Jackson Dart is going to be going to a quarterback room with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston and Tommy Cutlets, and then
it just doesn't make sense that they traded a first to get back in. You're not even going for a quarterback.
Yeah, to me though, I would say it's not worth it.
They're paying the QB tax on probably a corner. Like I think it's Will Johnson. They met with him twice. That's why I mocked. I'm pretty sure I have Will Johnson of the Falcons in my mock.
The Marshall kid, Green.
Yeah. I guess it could be Green too. I'm surprised he's still on the board, actually.
Yeah, I had him in the Bengals. Really, since around those picks, my board's gone downhill.
I was wondering if it would be him. They'd already drafted an edge, but they go back to edge. James Pierce. That's the pick.
Really?
Huh.
They gave up a first for a guy that like has problems.
Was a projected top 5 pick like before last football season, but
yeah, but he's sleep.
I'm not a big fan. I'm just saying.
I don't get
it. That's all pedigree.
Huh. I guess they're just hoping he figures stuff out.
You're right, though. They had to go 20 picks.
Yeah.
It's a big gap. Why did they think that they needed to move up that far to get him, though? Like, I feel like he could have went a little bit yet. There must have been someone that liked him. But we don't get the satisfaction that the Ravens are getting fricked.
Yeah, they could still take Malachi here.
It means they took 2.
Or they have other edge rushers that they could take Green, they could take Izaraku.
Pierce and Jalen Walker.
I gotta piss. Crazy. Ugh.
Wait, didn't you say, aren't you not sure if you're going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah, unsure. And if I am, it might be for partial.
Okay.
Like it might be, if I was, it might be a latter half instead of the first part.
Okay.
So maybe I'd actually see the Steelers pick. I don't know. But my sister gets into town tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, an hour earlier, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. For anybody that would like to come back, join us for then. We're going to do a couple. So because of that, we're just going to do 2 giveaways tonight. We'll do 3 tomorrow.
Chad is saying that the Ravens, the only guy left that they met with is Simmons.
Let me see.
With the draft tracker presented by Lexus. So it's the first time in 11 years we didn't see a single first round traded between the league years beginning and the draft beginning. And we saw not only multiple first round picks.
I'm still pretty surprised that the Falcons did that.
2 first round picks in next year's draft. Unbelievable.
I just don't see the point.
I don't know, man. I thought they were going to be. I don't know. I don't know why I had the thought that Terry Fontenot was going to be a good GM, but
I just come back to you guys just slandering Terry Fontenot.
Well, I'm just like I'm just saying I still don't get it. Like, what is the point? Like, if you really like a player, you really like a player.
Problem for them for years, though.
It's true. I mean, they took two in the first round.
But there's guys that still available that might, they could have got closer to their pick, and maybe they wanted to pay a first next year for him.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I don't get it.
I just realized too, we're at pick 27. You have a lot of giveaways to do yet. You carrying some tomorrow night?
Say again.
We're at pick 27, and you have a lot of giveaways to do yet.
No, I was just. Oh, you missed that too. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the 2 tonight and 3 tomorrow since there's more picks and stuff tomorrow, and it makes everybody come back.
Wow.
In the video, I think she gets come back.
You just gaslighting the whole chat.
In regards to the Ravens safeties, yes, but like there's been a lot of talk about like they were at their best when they were running 3 safety looks. Darius Washington like just came on last year. Marcus Williams was awful. So like Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks, Darius Washington is disgusting. And honestly, a lot of that is just based off conversations with Ravens people.
They're gonna draft Ryan Fitzgerald.
I mean, you still had
the kicker.
They'll probably go edge here, though, to be honest.
They met him twice.
All right. There it is. Who's even the kicker for? What college is he coming out?
I don't even know.
I mean, if you're the Falcons, I'm still hung up on this. You had Mike Green still there, Nick Scourtson's still there, Ezraku's still there. Like, that's 3 top 35-ish guys that were still on the board with Pierce.
It's funny. I'm seeing tweets. I'm seeing tweets about people asking why Luther Burden's still on the board.
Because
people
the
that
dude
watch
sucks.
How much time you got?
People
talk about
people with any safeties, like first.
People talk about Tet, like telegraphing routes and stuff, and you can tell when he's trying to go vertical or when it's like an outbreaking thing. Luther Burden just takes it a step further and just doesn't run the route, or just stops running the route.
Wait, who is Chad talking about saying he's Roberto Aguayo 2.0?
Fitzgerald, the kicker I was just talking about.
Oh.
They brought him in twice.
Bang. Ravens, Malachi Starks.
I had him too. I had that too.
God, I'm good.
I had him too.
That's what Richie actually picked in our live mock draft a couple days ago too.
That piece of shit.
I'm still in play for the Lions too. Do you have the Lions pick as a possible?
Yes.
Who do you have?
Ezraku.
So do I. This is bullshit.
Donovan Jackson's already gone, right?
Yeah, he just went a little bit ago. I thought he was the who was the Vikings pick?
Who'd you say?
Donovan Jackson. I think he was the Vikings pick.
Yeah. I'm in play for the Lions, Commanders, Bills, and Chiefs yet, but I can't get the Eagles one right.
I can't get the Eagles one right, and I'm only in play for the Commanders, Bills, and Chiefs. I had Donovan Jackson going to Detroit.
Malachi Starks is another zero visit pick. Like
I have
Malachi Starks had going to Philly.
I can't get the Bills pick right, or I can't get the Commanders pick right. I had Jade Barron. I have Trey Amos to the Bills.
I have Trey Amos. Bullshit. Why are you copying my draft?
So we all have the same pick there.
Why are you copying my draft?
I had mine.
I sent you my Word doc 3 days ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I just saved it on my phone today. That's why I said it was 10:48. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, that was my actual one from the site. I was doing
damn Pirates tied. It's been
you saw on our mock draft that we did with Richie and Jake, we did the same thing. That's why. Trey Amos to the Bills. Also, I'm going off your sheet. So like of course we're gonna have.
So you just admitted you're taking my picks.
Did Josh Simmons get picked?
Not yet.
No.
The other Ohio State guy?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so
That's
I
who
have
I
him to
had
the
for the
Chiefs.
Texans, but then they traded out of the first.
I have
Yeah.
him to the Chiefs and Nick Storton, or however the hell you pronounce it, out of Texas A&M to the Eagles.
I have the Lions with Donovan Ezeraku. I have Josh Connerly Jr. to the Commanders, which will probably end up being Simmons now that he slid. I have Trey Amos.
That's who I had to the Texans.
I have Travion Henderson to the Chiefs. It's my only weird one.
I had Donovan Jackson to the Lions, so that one's out. Donovan Ezeraku, back-to-back Donovans. Interesting. Donovan Ezeraku to the Commanders, Trey Amos to the Bills, and I had Josh Connerly Jr., which could end up being Josh Simmons now too, to the Chiefs. I had Malachi Starks to the Eagles, so that one's out. I had the Ravens taking Tyler Booker.
The Eagles fans wanted Malachi Starks because I have a group chat with a few of them, and they all literally just texted me super pissed that he's gone. And then the Raven fans said Kyle Hamilton 2.0 for Malachi Starks. Interesting.
It happens. It happens every year that the Ravens get to sit just where they're at, and a good player falls into their lap, and it's a player that is beneficial, would fit well with the team, and is going to piss all Steeler fans off. Every single year. I hate how well the Ravens draft.
They just copied the Steelers.
And it's always in the late 20s.
I'm assuming you're talking
Just
recently they've been
value.
copying the Steelers.
Yeah, it's just a joke. It's always guys that I think the Steelers would like.
Yeah, except Kevin Colbert had a nail in his head for the last few drafts. Hey, over 3K.
Bang. Appreciate y'all being here. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you were here on YouTube. If you're not, go over to YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll be back tomorrow night for a night 2 live stream. Well, I'll certainly be back. Tyler will be in here at points, I believe. And Drew, are you to be here tomorrow night? Drew will also be here tomorrow night. We'll be cross streaming with Jake Shavenk, my guy. NFL draft in general, but he's a Packers guy. We'll see about Sarge.
I mean, that's just a feel-good story. Jake finally gets a receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake's not old enough. Jake is not old enough to know, to like probably really remember them taking a receiver in the first round.
Screw Jake. This is bullshit. Actually, Jake's awesome. I just really wanted Golden.
Let's see. I wonder who the longest droughted teams for taking a receiver in the first round is now. Because they had to have been, right?
Steelers. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, the Steelers is what, 2006?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not far off.
Alex, we appreciate you being here. Like I said, we'll be here tomorrow night. If you're going to be watching night 2 and 3 and want to be a part of this, more giveaways, we'll be here.
They're talking about on NFL Network what we were talking about. There's a real chance that Sanders slides a lot farther than anybody thinks because of the teams that he could potentially go to they're just not there.
That's what I mean. Like if he is not picked at 40, I have no idea when he's going to be picked.
I don't think that he's
in the first round.
I don't think he's in play for the Saints. I think that they were all dark.
I had in the first round.
Who they pick?
Going back to the Ohio State pipeline, Tyleek Williams.
Oh. That's a good pick for them.
He's fat.
Hold on. The Saints didn't even bring Shador in for a visit. There's no way.
At what point, like you just.
Yeah, but he's a quarterback. You're gonna draft the quarterback you didn't meet with. I get it for those other positions.
There's got to be a point where you'd be willing to, though, right?
Chad said that they visited with him, but I don't see it on the tracker that I have. Maybe I missed him. It looks like they did meet with him. I just missed that one.
What the hell?
Yeah, frick me. Wait.
What's Chad talking about? Sanders?
Oh, they went to his pro day. They went to his pro day.
Oh.
They went to Sanders' pro day, but they didn't bring him in for a top 30. He's talking about Tyreek Williams didn't meet with the Lions. Or they did meet with the Lions.
Okay.
He's going to free up everybody else to rush on third down because of what he does on first and second down against the run.
I had Tyreek in the first round of my original, but I think I took him out.
Yeah, he didn't. He's not in my first.
The pass rusher, it's more pure power than anything else. But to me, he's going to give you pass rush opportunities, Joel, on third down by him stopping the run early in the down.
Yeah, face down impact is what he's going to give you primarily as a run defender. He lined up as a 3 technique for Jim Knowles' defense. They went through an entire philosophical change in the way that they were going to rush the quarterback here after their loss to Oregon with that defense. Larry Johnson, their defensive line coach, and Tyreek Williams took that philosophy change, and he was better in the second half of the season. His production was primarily as a true freshman, never quite got back to that level, battled some weight issues, but I will tell you this, when he wants to go, he's really good and strong.
The Ravens draft board got leaked on ESPN. There's a camera in their war room, and it got leaked. It's all over X.
Who's on it?
Let me see if I can get it. Because everyone's saying that it happened, but no one's posted a picture. I'm going to need that picture.
Oh, I see it.
You find the picture?
Yeah, I'm going to share it.
Yeah, put it live on the stream so everybody can see that.
Can't really see it that well, though.
Wow, very clear.
But it even has, like, the rounds.
Why do they have a camera facing that wall?
Hold on, let me see if I can. Yeah, why do they have that just facing it like that?
I wonder what it means if you're in the red.
Off their board, but just don't want to forget about the player?
Maybe.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies. Like, he's so much more than Saquon Barkley. I'm also Saquon Barkley. Oh, man.
What the hell?
I'll never remember all this.
This is the post 11 p.m. chat.
That's not this year's War Room.
Oh, really?
I'm looking at it, and I can see Brock Bowers. I can see Olu Fashanu.
It looks like it's in Wingdings.
The very first name on there says Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do see that. Why did they still have it up there?
That's probably last year's video.
Oh, my God. Cheap ass. It's nice to see that they would have taken Caleb Williams if he was available to them.
But the thing is, they literally showed that on ESPN. It's just weird that they had it anyway.
I don't know.
Either way, at some point, that camera was just facing that for that shot.
Justina Anderson with her great tweets again. League source talking to the Bucks. Why they picked Mecca Ibuka. He's a damn good player.
Good stuff, Jacina. Hey, we got Josh Connerly in the first round.
Oh, you made it?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you go to the Commanders?
Yep.
I got that one.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sure did.
Dang.
That hurts. That might do it. That might be the one that does it.
I'm about to make $3,000 tonight? Damn.
Put it on the Steelers over.
Simmons' knee obviously is a problem.
Same with Will Johnson. Maybe they can slide to 83.
Yeah. It's going to be like Peyton Wilson all over again. Bad knees, future Steeler. Rumor has it Will Johnson doesn't even have an ACL.
They're showing Javon Kinlaw as an impact signing for Washington. Walls. It kind of scares me like the Steelers were in on him.
I know.
Remember when we saw him at the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, he's massive.
How come you stopped going to that?
I mean,
seemed like it was fun.
To be honest, the experience that I had at the Pensacola airport was enough to make me never want to go back.
Didn't you end up driving back? Or did you still fly? I remember you were there for 2 days, though, weren't you?
It took forever.
We almost the whole point was to come back early, but it almost got to the point where Alan was just going to pick us up from the Pensacola airport and drive the rest of the way because Alan drove. Hell yeah, I live near Pensacola. Yeah, the airport sucks. It's like there's 8 gates. It's like the downstairs is like the where you go through, right? Security shit. You go up and there's 4 gates, a Chick-fil-A, gift shop, a bar, and an Einstein's Bagels, 2 more gates, and then 2 gates that are only for private.
Hopefully you weren't stuck there on a Sunday when Chick-fil-A closed.
No, it was because we came to your house, your party or whatever that Zaina threw. Sorry. Yes, I came back on Saturday and immediately.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You didn't sleep like at all, and you just showed up at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So how many you got right?
Like fully, like player and team, or
yeah, player and team. Let's not do spot. So don't count Travis Hunter.
Okay.
4. Seven.
I think that you're gonna win.
Really?
I have 6, so I'm gonna need Travion Henderson for the Chiefs, or else I can't catch you. I think.
Yeah, because we both have Trey Amos, right? So
yeah.
Are we talking like team and spot?
Dan, are you also near Pensacola?
Who'd you get right? Did you put Derek Harmon in the Steelers?
No. Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Will Campbell, Membu, Tyler Warren, Gray Zabel.
You had Gray Zabel?
I had Gray Zabel to the Seahawks, yeah.
So did I.
That one was so obvious. What the hell is... Yeah. Yeah, I have 6. So if Travion Henderson goes to the Chiefs, we'll tie. That's the only way. How did Sarge do?
I looked at defensive tackle, the defensive line. I had him taking
3. A lot of correct
still
first
trying to move
rounders.
up.
That's crazy. Damn. 10 minutes from that airport.
That's tooted. The Eagles are still trying to trade up, and it's for someone that I don't think we'd expect them to go up for.
Well, the pick is in for the Bills, so
they're trying to move up for HangAHT Campbell. He's probably just going to make it to him, right?
Yeah.
You think the Chiefs are going to pick him? I guess it could be the Bills, though.
Smitty, what were the 6 you got right?
Yeah, but the Bills pick is in.
Or you have 7.
So,
yeah, they could pick HangAHT Campbell. I was reading that tweet from like 3 minutes ago, so the pick wasn't in yet.
Oh.
There's enough edge, tackle. There's not enough defensive linemen that you can take here. The problem is they've been run through in this draft. There's not really, those.
Smitty, did you count Dart?
Here, maybe like a Mike Green from
no. I forgot.
Like,
did you have Dart?
Are we considering the spot, or are we only just saying the Giants traded back in?
I thought we were considering the spot or the Giants.
Yeah, the player team fit was what we said. So that's I got 8 then.
Did you have Dart in the first round?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you won that.
I have 6.
Let me make sure that wasn't part of the first 7 though. I don't think 1, 2, 3. Ward, Carter, Campbell, Membu, Warren, Zabel, Dart, Starks. So yeah, I got 8.
Yeah, you're good then. You're clear. Tyler, what'd you end up at?
6. Ward, Carter, Campbell, Jalen Walker, Zabel, and Dart.
You might tonight. With these hungry eyes.
For his favorite team. Tommy.
How we feeling, Chad?
Tommy is a 16-year-old living with a neuromuscular disorder.
Eagles moving up 1 spot with the Chiefs.
And he's here with me.
They want Campbell that bad.
For his beloved Bills. Go ahead, Tommy.
Here we go.
Let's go, Buffalo.
There it is, first round. Not who I said, but Maxwell Hairston in the first round.
Maxwell Hairston, let's go.
And there's the aforementioned
He was invited too.
Yeah. That's why I had to get him in the first round. It was to Green Bay, but I was between him and Amos there.
I had Amos.
I thought Amos was a better fit for what they were looking for, but
the Eagles took the 5th round selection of Kansas City to move up 1 slot there on the clock.
He's wearing blue.
That means Kansas City's the final trade partner for anybody who wants to hop into the first
Tommy.
and choose somebody. That is now how you see Maxwell tapping the Bills logo and the long walk between the green room.
Omar said that Harmon was one of the players that they wouldn't consider trading away from, so they never even took calls then.
I mean, I appreciate the conviction. And I like the player. It's just I get it.
Him going ahead of Will Johnson too tells you all you need to know about his knee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fisher.
I also saw Harmon say he has no clue what people are talking
Will
about.
Johnson's got a knee of glass,
His
apparently.
shoulder.
The Steelers just put that out there.
So the Chiefs got a 5th round pick this year to move back.
One spot.
Yeah. Are they just going to take Will Johnson and say like F it, like we don't necessarily need him, but
the Steelers?
No, the Eagles right here.
Everything that I'm reading is that they're trying to move up for Jahad
Campbell.
Campbell. Yeah.
To recover there, the big year in 23 we referenced that
Who's taking? Are they playing DeJean like outside this year after not bringing Slay back? What's the plan with that?
Yeah, I mean they didn't bring anybody else in, so maybe they'll draft someone in round 2.
Revel, Trey Amos.
My original mock that was a draft version. I had Revel
Eagles. It's Campbell.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the corners fell, so there's gonna be a lot taken tomorrow.
Have they shown much of Milrow at all? I've only seen Milrow highlight whenever they were showing that Tyler Booker got drafted.
Do you see Jordan Schultz tweet about the Falcons trade up?
No.
Reaction by one GM about the Falcons trading a future first to come back in was, what the fuck? That's all he said.
Oh, yeah, Mike, this is what Drew was kind of just saying. And we're calling the Steelers had serious conversation with their teams. Derek Harmon's one of the players they weren't moving away from. Yeah, I get it. I like Harmon quite a bit.
Falcons sent that first to the Steelers. Should they have moved away from it?
Not pick until 46. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, and Nolan and Grant were off the board, so it wasn't like there was a fallback at defensive tackle for them if they were like hell bent on that being the position.
I think that they would have taken Harmon over all those guys based on the way they're talking about him.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm just saying, like, maybe if one of them or all three were on the board, maybe there would have been more thought to trading back. I don't know, but all right, Chiefs will close this out for the night. Even though they didn't win the Super Bowl, they're still closing this out for the night of the draft. Unbelievable.
It is bullshit. Who the hell do you think they are?
I'll be like, I'm more excited. I prefer night 2. A lot more picks, less time in between them. I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, night 2 rules, but the Steelers only have one pick.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. I think it's a better chance they trade back from 83. Maybe they don't even make a pick tomorrow. If they didn't trade back in round 1, I gotta feel like they want more than 6 picks.
One thing though too is if they do trade George, there's a lot of receivers still out there. Not a lot of receivers went round 1. Just Tet, Abuka, and Golden.
It's kind of what we expected, though, right? Those 3. Was there a 4th that we were expecting?
Trying to think.
Not really.
And Abuka was even.
Well, I mean, Burden was an option, but we didn't think that. But you never know if someone else did.
Tomorrow earlier, you're probably looking at Trey Harris, Jaden Higgins.
Yeah, I guess the Jaden Higgins round 1 stuff wasn't true. Trade George, draft Burden. Why the don't even put that out there. You're mine tonight.
I wish that they were in a spot to get a guy like Kyle Williams.
I love Kyle Williams, dude. Higgins was the only one with helium for round 1. I love that usage. Helium.
Gonna be year of UDFAs. Hey, don't hold out. Ricky White in round 6.
Ricky White's to be a special team stud at the very least.
And I mean, as far as third outside receivers go, you could probably do worse.
He's like a souped up Skoranek.
Exactly. So you could do worse. He's on the roster. What would be the most Chiefs pick here?
Travion Henderson.
I mean,
Yeah.
they need.
I'm not talking about what they need.
Right?
I'm not talking about what they need.
They should draft Josh Simmons.
They should take Simmons or at worst Connerly. But
Connerly went.
He went.
He
ended up
did.
going
He
to
did.
Washington.
Yeah, he did. So yeah, they should take Simmons. But I'm not talking about what they need. I'm talking about what is the most Chiefs pick here. Travion Henderson would be a Chiefs pick.
They had a private workout with him, it was a virtual.
Jaden Higgins would be a Chiefs pick.
They did a late virtual with Travion Henderson 2 days ago.
Shador.
Patrick said he wanted to rework his contract to line back up with the pay scale quarterbacks, and they were like, nope.
Too broke. You know who they could pick too?
See our report cards?
They could pick I don't agree with this, but there was late buzz that Mason Taylor could slide back into the late first round.
Oh. Yeah.
As a future Kelsey replacement.
Joy Taylor's nephew.
That's what she's known for. I know that.
Yeah.
I know that, but you could say Hall of Famer Jason Taylor's son.
No.
Wait.
No. Nick
that's
Amenwari.
Jason Taylor's son? We're sorry.
Schulte said it's offensive line. Why didn't he just say the player? If you know it's offensive line help.
It's Josh Simmons then, right?
He said expecting offensive line help.
Yeah, but why?
They do?
I mean, he said the same thing for several picks, the last 10 picks, alluding to a position.
Okay, I didn't see them before, but
I started looking at him after the Steelers because I felt like after that, what was the point? Even though we got the Steelers pick during the Bucks pick.
Yeah, man. Shout out Chris Carter.
Yeah, like I said, I can't blame him for having the source. I blame the twerps that come into our chat.
Yeah.
Just got to start muting them all just for draft night.
Hit him with a torpedo bat. Chiefs pick is in.
We're over 3,100 people.
Can I find it?
As well as someone, if you want him to, can rush the quarterback. John Campbell was an edge rusher in high school who moved off the ball because they had 2 first-round rushers off the edge, and Turner and Campbell. They just had to get him on the field. But this guy, when he hits the go button, he can fly. You see it here on a little delayed blitz. Here he is coming off at the edge. Now, look, you're going to need to add some more polish as a rusher. But
Campbell was going to fall to them anyways. Why didn't they just – the Chiefs weren't going to pick him.
Well, obviously not. Yeah, if they were, they would have traded the pick.
Chiefs.
But that's what I mean. Why did the Eagles just not sit pat?
Maybe the Chiefs called him and convinced somebody else was trying to come up.
That's what I'm saying. Were they worried somebody might trade with the Chiefs instead? That's the only thing that makes sense.
I think they just owned him.
Unlike the Super Bowl.
You will give us a 5th round pick.
First, second, and third down.
What is this? I'm trying to find the Chiefs picks.
Josh Simmons.
Chiefs.
It's Josh Simmons, right?
This girl tweeted, "I'm so serious. I can't handle Shador being on the Chiefs. I hate that team. Just let him fall to round 2 at this point." I mean,
someone tweeted the Kansas City Chiefs seeing that Shador Sanders is still on the board, and it's the meme of Shrek like holding his hands together and looking up, smirking.
Didn't have to move up too far. All they did was give a 5th round pickup, and Kansas City didn't have a 5th round pick. Now they do, and they're about to make their pick right here. And
just for good measure, guys. That's 9.
Yeah, it's Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons to the Chiefs.
Is that who you mocked to them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I can pull up my mock real quick just to.
I believe you.
You got 9.
Show you guys how much of a beast I am.
I believe you. I thought he'd go earlier. I had him to Green Bay.
Look at that, dude. What a tank.
Jahad Campbell is from Philadelphia, apparently.
Just getting that call and just being here and, just having that opportunity and, maximizing my opportunities when I was younger. And, I mean,
the Pirates are now losing in the bottom of the 8th. Nice. All right. Actually, I'm curious how many first rounders in general we got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
The bridge in Philadelphia, and now we're going to get the final.
Did Mike Green went in round 1, right?
No.
Okay.
And they had to know, right? It was going to be for Jahad Campbell that they were coughing up the pick, so they were going to be that big of a history. Yeah. Who were they?
26 out of 32 first rounders.
Well,
because Mike Green didn't.
Did Ezeraku?
No.
Mike Green didn't. Huh?
27 for me then.
Okay. Mike Green didn't. Will Johnson didn't. Shador. Ezeraku. Amos. Nick Staunton or Starton, whatever.
I have 27. I didn't.
Dang. So I had the least amount of actual correct first rounders, but I just had the most player team fits.
The ones that I got wrong were Will Johnson, Mike Green, Shador.
And I think you look at Josh Simmons when he was healthy on the field.
Ezeraku and Amos.
You can see the injury there on the bottom of the screen. Ohio State had to get through without him. He started out at San Diego State. He's a San Diego.
Wait, so did I have 28?
Diego State, then transferred to Ohio State. Man, he stepped right in at left tackle. You can see his feet. Just watch him move. Here he is. This ability to roll.
6, 7, 8.
Get underneath guys. Again, I'm telling you, his tape is
12,
in this draft.
13, 14, 15,
He's real fluid and loose.
16, 17, 18,
on the roster. They've got a bunch of tackles now.
19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. No, I had 27.
Only 2 running backs in round 1's good for the Steelers, too. There's probably going to be a run early tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dan, we'll see you tomorrow. Excited for it. Be here right at 7 p.m. for rounds 2 and 3. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, any closing thoughts?
I thought you had to spin the wheel yet.
True.
I'm happy that the Steelers pick ended up the way that it did. Happy that the Steelers did not go quarterback. Got one of the defensive tackles. I'm trying to look at like what picks stick out as like surprising. I mean, the Travis Hunter fumble by Cleveland, regardless of if they got next year's first round pick from Jacksonville or not, like that just it
started out with like fireworks, but then I don't know. To me, it wasn't that exciting after that.
A lot of the trades that were rumored didn't end up happening.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see. Steel Wolverine won the first giveaway, so we'll see what he gets. As you can see, we got Steelers tickets on some of these. We got Game Changers tees on some of these. We got DK Metcalf jersey on some of these. So the Steelers tickets literally could be off the board immediately after one spin, and then no one shows up tomorrow.
Is that Steelers tickets? Wow, you suck at this. Now the stream's gonna have no one tomorrow.
We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
We'll find in Ireland.
Steel Wolverine.
Looks like you're going to Ireland.
You are not going to Ireland. You're coming to Pittsburgh for a Steeler game. That's awesome for you.
Well, I feel like you're pretty good Keith as you said that.
That's awesome for you. Wow. So that happened.
Your cheeks at that wheel.
That happened last year. Kayla, right?
Yeah.
First spin.
Did she go to the game last year?
She she went to the Steelers Ravens.
Yeah, because
who is your
good
before day 2, end of night 1? Who would be your ideal pick at 83? Realistic, by the way.
I mean, is Shador not realistic at this point? He might be realistic.
Well, I wasn't meaning him. I didn't mean like I more meant like Will Johnson falling to 83.
It's a running back for me.
Caleb Johnson
or Damian Martinez.
I think Martinez isn't even like necessarily a fall though. Like if he is at 83.
Yeah, I think he's just going to be in that range.
Yeah. All right, so Steelers tickets off the board. Scott, you're going to win Game Changer tee or a DK Metcalf jersey. Oh, or something autograph from Pat. Kind of sucks that being the second guy, huh? Right after the first guy wins Steelers tickets. It's like, is he even still in here? Is Steel Wolverine even still in here?
I don't think so.
Man,
I feel like you probably would have commented.
Do you know how to contact them?
Yeah. Spin again. It landed on the one that would have been Steelers tickets.
Again?
Yeah. Well, it was on 4 of them. So.
He's just gonna be spinning all night, just Steelers tickets over and over again.
There we go. All right. Are you kidding me? Yeah, nobody's showing up tomorrow. Congrats, Scott. You won DK Metcalf jersey.
Oh. Hey, something signed by Pat.
You didn't do the giveaway that you do every year where they're supposed to predict the Steelers. No, I'm just saying. Remember, you always have them, you have them predict who the Steelers are going to draft. Yeah. You didn't do that one this year.
Maybe I'll do it for pick 83, but my bank account was like, "Hey, what are we doing?"
You just bought a house.
Yeah. Hey, that was cool.
Right.
This was the
That's
first
probably,
one. In the
probably why his bank account is like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah. First live draft in the new space. All right, Scott. Shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll get your size and stuff. I might still have it honestly from the last message, but
last message. So it is rigged.
Scott won a prize. I don't know if it was 2 years ago or last year, but he's won a prize in the past.
The Browns have 33 and 36 now. We even take that into account. So their quarterback's coming off the board pretty quick tomorrow night, and we'll have a good idea
Millie.
what's going on.
In the club by Millie Rock.
All right. I'm tired. Got to wake up at like 6:30. So appreciate everybody that's been in here. Yeah, no, it's late compared
Lucky
to
you.
5 o'clock. Appreciate everybody that's been in here. Be sure on your way out, if you haven't yet, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Whether you're watching here on Around the 412 over at the Steelers Now channel, doesn't matter. Be sure to do that. We appreciate everybody that was over here. Twitter, same thing. Head on over to YouTube if you wouldn't mind. Do that same thing for us. Subscribe. Hit that that notification bell, because when we go live tomorrow at 7 p.m., you will get a notification exactly when we go live, so you'll know we'll be here for the entire night, rounds 2 and 3. Good timing, Steel Wolverine. Did you just say I won tickets? I was out in my kitchen. Very first spin, the Steelers tickets come off the board. So
you're going to Ireland.
You ruined my night too. But yeah, I'll shoot you. There goes one of my earbuds. I'll shoot you a message on Twitter. But yeah, you're coming to Pittsburgh for a Steeler game next season, pal. Unbelievable.
I love how you threw in the coming to Pittsburgh.
Coming to Pittsburgh, not going to Ireland.
Away game at this point.
Appreciate y'all, Drew, Tyler, for being here, of course. Well, Tyler, this is your thing too, but shouldn't be thanking you for being here.
Yeah, you have to.
Drew, thanks for being here. Shout out to Stars that was on here as well.
Thanks for having me.
Back tomorrow with Jake Shavink. Very excited for that. We'll see who else maybe we can round up. Maybe I should get a second round pick from the 2021 NFL draft on here tomorrow. I'll see what he's got going on, at least for a little bit. But yeah, appreciate everybody that was in here. Come back tomorrow night. More giveaways. We're going to be doing, we lost some of the heavy guns there, but we got some game changer shirts to give away, as well as something autographed by Pat. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. But until then, for Smitty, for Tyler, for Drew, talk to you then. Bye-bye.